Well, hello, folks. It's Dave back here on a chilly Saturday night. Holy cow! It's in the 30s, but it's cold. It's that cold 34 degrees. It's right on the cusp of freezing. So we got some snow. So yeah, so we're gonna have a coating of ice everywhere in the morning. Lovely. It couldn't just snow. It had to be that mix, and that's when that freezes. That's where we're in trouble. Don't like the mixes. But anyway, um, I think Joe or Vinny might join me shortly. They were wrapping up a few things. Um, but I thought I'd come on and just talk a little bit here tonight. Oh, we do have a small unboxing. Yes, some roads. It's a small unboxing, very small. I'm not saying it doesn't deserve its own video, but it is kind of small. It'd be a quick video, so I'll do the unboxing here shortly, and we'll talk about some things. Heck of an opening day game. No way. The referees blew a great game. Sorry, they blew it. And I'm kind of bummed out. I mean, I was enjoying I was sitting here, I was writing an article for actually ST's magazine, and I had that on my phone. It says, "Oh, overtime. I'll go up and watch overtime." The 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 Buffalo guy caught the ball, hits the ground. The Denver receiver rips it away from him, and they give him the ball possession. Make it make sense. Make it if they both go to the ground and it's simultaneous possession, it goes to the offense. And then so okay, I'll keep watching it. Then flags everywhere. I didn't even finish watching the game. I was like, just forget it. They want Denver to win. Denver's gonna win. So we'll see who goes to Denver next week. So last week we had some great games. Tonight we had a great game wrecked at the end by officials throwing flags and blowing that call. How can you say he didn't have control, but then the other guy pulls it away and he has control? The play is down, okay? Down. Someone has when his back hit the ground with the ball here and the other guy's on hand on the ball, the play is down. Someone had to have control of that ball. And they gave it to the defender because he rolled away. Again, I got no love for Buffalo or hate for Denver, but I just as a kind of just an observer, I was like, that was piss poor. That was piss poor. I don't know how you can say if again some people, oh, he didn't have control. Then it's incomplete. If he doesn't have control, it's incomplete. Because how does the other guy get the ball then? How does that an interception if he didn't have control? Right? He's down. His back's on the ground. Got the ball in his chest. The play is over at that point. How can you call it an interception? Did the defender have control before it hit the ground? No. So if it's simultaneous possession and he's on the ground, it's either that or it's an incomplete pass. It's so sad that we have to end games like this. And again, I kind of didn't really care. You know, would have been nice to see Buffalo go to the Super Bowl, but but again, I got no hate for Denver, but I just thought I was like, wow. And it's fun when you can watch these games and look at that and just go, wow, that was bad. That was bad. Yeah, and there was no Chiefs. Yeah, like Jess was saying, there was no Chiefs that they could slide in, right? If that was a Chiefs game, that would have been a catch, right? If that was Mahomes throwing the ball, that's a catch to the receiver. We all know that. We don't even have to talk about that. And yeah, I feel for Josh too. I mean, he leads him down the field. Now, again, he should have got that touchdown catch. He bounced that ball to the receiver, which is kind of a bummer. So that was kind of on him. But the defense couldn't stop him. They let Denver go right down the field. Um, and they tied the game at whatever it was they did. Yeah, it's just kind of crazy. It was kind of sad that that it went down like that. But anyway, so yeah, so let me now that we have a few people in here, let me get to the quick unboxing here. It's nothing. I don't know. Well, let's just unbox it, okay? It's not even unboxing. It's an unenveloping. So let me go to my overhead camera here. So we are here. And so this is what I got in the mail today. Let me see if I can tighten it up just a little bit. There we go. And so let's see. So it's not really an unboxing. It's more just a an opening, right? And let me see here. Crew fins, the 2 PI calls for even somewhat questionable. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it was just guys battling for the ball, and it's just that stuff usually gets let go, and they didn't let it go. So what can you do? All righty, so let's see what's in the envelope, shall we? Shall we? Um, and Gus says, I'm tired of these overtime losses. If Josh Allen doesn't fumble at the end of the first half, maybe it's different. See, I didn't watch the whole game. I was down here working, so I didn't see the whole game. But all right, so what's in the envelope? Oh, look at this! Look at this! Oh, it looks like a Sergeant Slaughter, right? We were talking about him the other day. So, what is in here? So, this is my first order with Phil Singer games. All right, so the wrestling game. So that let me just say that up front. Again, the game itself and all the wrestlers I have were gifted to me. In fact, some of the homebrew wrestlers were gifted to me. So I just want to make that clear. So I felt, as I talked about here, I think it's only right, when someone gives me a game, if I'm going to play it, I want to, order from the company, because there's been a lot of people who have sent me games over the years, a lot of people, and what I've done is I've done just that. I've ordered from the company. Let me just take off that there. It looks kind of weird. Um, so yeah, so I mean, people have sent me some big games and small games, and usually if I like the game and I'm going to play it, I'll order from the company. I think that's the right thing to do. So let's take a look. Here's and Mr. Jeff, you missed me this week. Been fighting a cold, finally feeling better. Yeah, a lot of people have been down and out, like down and out. And Professor Kenny comes by. Um, yeah, well, I mean, the first one was sketchy for sure. It was sketchy, but that leads to the next one. You know what I mean? That's a whole different game if that's not called. But um, yeah. So the Bronco intercept on the other end. The Bills player had already made the catch and was down. So Mo, my question is not that I want to go off on a tangent again here, but if I'm the receiver and I catch it or it's in my hands and my back hits the ground and there's simultaneous possession and the defender comes away with the ball, it's either my catch and I'm down, right? Or I don't have control of it, so it's got to be incomplete. Now, even if he comes away with it and he wrestles it from me, I'm down, right? I'm thinking I'm down on the place. It's gotta be simultaneous possession. I don't know how you continue to play. I don't know how you can say that he pulled it away from the guy that was on the ground. Oh, he didn't have control of it. We don't know because it was pulled away. So as soon as he hits the ground, that's the end of the play. Unless the ball's like sitting on his belly, he's like, oh, I don't know what's going on. The guy takes it off his belly. That'd be one thing, but they both had their hands off it. I don't know. Anyway, so let's take a look at what we have here. So, welcome to Phil Singer Games, producing wrestling game card games since 1986. Yeah, I did not realize that. So we got this nice little catalog here. This is kind of neat. This is, like I said, my first order, and I get this. This is kind of nice. So it talks about the legends of wrestling, the champions of the galaxy. Then we have independent wrestling card dice game. See, the thing is, I don't know a lot of the independents. I like my WWF guys, and I say WWF because it's still WWF to me. So it talks about where to start, the starter kit. We get a Galaxy starter kit and indie wrestling card games here. So this is kind of neat. Here's how to play our games. So it talks a little bit how to play the games. And then on the back here, Stan Lee and Brian Blair. And, Greg the Hammer Valentine. Nice. He's on here too. So this is kind of neat. I like this. I like that. That's kind of nice to have. So what I did get is this is what I got. So I got the well, I guess I'm gonna go the other way here. So this is kind of like this. So I got the Hall of Fame sets. So I got set 2 and I got set 3. And the thing that's kind of funky. The thing that's kind of funky about the cards here is you buy a set and it's almost like you're getting a pack of bubble gum cards. Let me see if I can take away some of that. When you get a pack of bubble gum cards, and you might get the the good guy, or you might just get a whole bunch of regulars. You don't know what you're going to get. Um, but when I'm spending, $20 on a set, I know what I want to get. I want to know what I'm going to get. I'm not happy with that. Um, but again, you gotta see what's worth it to you. So let's take a look at number two first off. Okay, let's go to number two. Seattle's up 17-0 already. Really? Wow. That's pretty unbelievable. San Francisco was favored. I think they were. I think. And Professor Kenny's just still talking about the football there. At first glance, I thought it was legit. I kind of did too. Then I saw it. It's like he had the ball when he hit the ground, and the guy ripped it away from him. So you can't say that he didn't have possession and the guy ripped it away. I mean, if he was bobbling it or something, but they both had possession. So if they both have simultaneous possession and it hits the ground, then he's down right there. That's the end of it. So if it was simultaneous, it goes to the receiver. So I don't know. I don't know how you can rule that an interception. The guy was down. If they were still running with it, he pulls it away. That's one thing. But when he's down on the ground, play is over. I don't know. Anyway, we can beat that to death later. Seattle had a kick return touchdown to start the game, huh? And Professor Kenny says, D to D last year, I tried this game, Macho Man and Greg the Hammer. Yeah, Dave Little brought this last year. And last night we had Dave Little on the show. And I played a match too, and I was like, that was kind of fun. I want to get it. And I kept talking about it, and a listener of the show says, hey, I have it, and I don't play it anymore. Would you like it? And he sent it to me, and I was like, are you sure? He's like, yeah. So he sent it to me, and he sent me a lot of sets. I think I got 3 or 4 sets plus the main game in the book. So again, let's take a look at what we got here, and I'm going to tell you why I bought these 2 sets. So it is like opening up a pack of baseball cards or hockey cards. It's kind of fun in a way, but at the same time, I don't know. Some Road says this wrestling game looks super fun. It is super fun. It is super easy. Okay, and it's a blow by blow wrestling game, but it can be over in 5 minutes or it can be over in 10, 15 minutes. Depends on on how the game goes. The only other wrestling games I've really played, I played the Chris's dice wrestling game. This is very similar to that, except in Chris's game, you wear the opponent down. And then when you go for the pin, it's a little easier. This game, there's no wearing down, as you saw last night. There's no wearing down. It's just if you get the pin, you get the pin. If you do advanced mode, then the more times you pin, the next time it gets a little bit easier on a pin attempt. But you don't, you can beat each other up, for 10 minutes. And, as you saw last night, Valentine was hammering away on Snooker. And then in one swift blow, Snooker took control and then pinned him. It was kind of neat. So let's take a look at the cards and I'll take a look at the book here. Okay. So this is the George Tragos Lou Thez Professional Wrestling Hall of Fame set 2. So I bought 2 and 3. So obviously the first guy here is Kurt Angle. And I really like, again, these cards are just so well done. They're full color. They're really nice. They're easy to read. And so Kurt Angle's somebody that I knew. Okay. A lot of these guys, I'd probably say a good 50 to 60 or maybe even 70% of the wrestlers, I just don't know. I just don't know them. And I don't mean to, I just don't know them, just like I don't know every baseball player, every hockey player. And some people know them all. Some people, I just don't. So I need to buy the packs of the people that I know the most. So Kurt Angle is here, again, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and it's somebody we all knew. So Kurt Angle, I know, so I wanted to get some people that I know. And then this guy here, I know him. Don't like him. I just don't like him, and I'll tell you why. But Bob Backlund, and so he's from Princeton, Minnesota. And what's the Kurt Angle, the Olympic Slam and the ankle lock? Oh, I like this. How he's got two finishing moves here, and one of them is let's see, the ankle lock. The finisher rating increases each time the move is used. The minimum rating is 0. The maximum is +3. So I guess the first time it's a 0, and then it goes up by 1 every time you lock that on. The Olympic Slam, there's no bonus to the Olympic Slam if you can see that. So I'll come in a little bit more on that. So again, they've got the ankle lock. So I like how they have these little things here like that to talk about, like, hey, this is a move, but it's a little bit there's extra going on down here. I do like that. So we got Kurt Angle. Then again, Bob Backlund. I'm not a big fan of Backlund, and I'll tell you why. He just was like the vanilla champion. And he was when I grew up watching wrestling in the 70s and the 80s, it was just Backlund for years, it felt like. And just nobody can beat him. And he was just boring. And he was just boring. Sorry. I heard he's a nice guy. His character, let's just say his character was boring. There was nothing to it. It was just, oh man, this guy is just so dull. And he won it every time. And it's just like, man, this guy is just so boring. And we had a teacher in my high school that kind of looked like him a little bit. It's every time I went into his class, I was like, is he going to take the towel off his neck and throw it into the class and let us fight over the towel? Because that's what Backlund did. He came in with a towel and then threw it everywhere. I was like, oh, man. So I'm not a big Backlund guy. But because he was the champ when I watched it, the chance to get him and play him and put him into my stable, I'm going to do. And Crew Fan says Backlund was great in the ring, but I agree his run was way too long, and he was boring. And the last regular looking dude, yeah. And hey, Pops Reviews comes by. Good to see you again. If you guys want to see some Phil Singer stuff, go to Pops Reviews channel. Go subscribe over there. He's got some great stuff. I love watching him over there. In fact, I was watching him tonight while I was writing my article for the magazine. I had him on watching some wrestling. So he says, good evening, Dave and chat. Hope all is well with everyone. Glad you're enjoying the game. Just like any game, play with the rules you're comfortable with, then add something new. That's what I found out last night, Pops, when I was playing with Dave Little. I was really having some fun watching. I was playing some of the things wrong, but I guess in something like this, is there really anything wrong? As long as you're playing it fair both ways, if I want this, if I want this kind of, this backbreaker going to choice G. If I, Dave's like, no, you have to use choice G. Well, what if I don't? What if in my world I say no? I'm just going to go with the backbreaker, and that's what I might do too. Some of the advanced stuff I might be like, I don't want to have to go to that chart. I'm going to give myself the choice. The other thing I decided too is I'm pretty sure on belt matches, if you get disqualified, that's a loss. Okay, because I used to hate when my favorite wrestler would be ready to win the title, and then the other guy gets disqualified, so there's no title change. So in my federation, disqualifications will be considered a loss. And that, again, you make it fun for your way is what I'm going to do. And that's kind of what I'm liking about some of these games now, especially like something like this. I can really kind of play it my way. So anyway, so Backlund's over here. He's got the atomic drop as his finisher here. Yeah, his pin is low. It's a 4 and a 1. It is really, really low. And you can see Kurt Angle's pin was a 5 and a 2. So it's tougher to pin Backlund, Let me see here. And Al, Red Sox fan. Good to see you, Al. I don't use the choices all the time because they don't make sense with that wrestler. Yeah, that's another good point, Al. Although they do, again, they're given like the choice C, the choice G. So I think there's what, A through H or something like that. So they are different. So I think they're kind of geared towards the wrestler. But again, if I'm rolling here and I get the head scissors or the choice C, what I'm going to do is I'm going to just kind of use my best judgment. So if I can go with the head scissors, I might go with it, And like Dave Little said, when you're leaving the ring, I was rolling decide or die, but sometimes it makes sense too, and sometimes it doesn't. So, but again, so Bob Backlund's in here. So again, so Kurt Angle and Bob Backlund, these were two guys in the set that I did know. Let me see who else. Something. Oh, yeah. And Professor Kenny says Backlund was boring, but Vince Senior loved him. Yes, I did hear that, and that's why he had the belt for a long time. And once Vince Senior was out, Vince Junior took it to another level. Oh, I will agree. Yeah, I mean, say what you want about Vince McMahon, but he did such a good job with the wrestling thing. He brought that, from just he just. I remember him interviewing people with a microphone, and then he went to what it is today. It wouldn't be there without Vince. It is so fantastic. So anyway, so these are two guys in the stable, in set two that I like. So that's one of the other reasons I got it. So we have Kurt Angle, Bob Backlund. Now this guy here, looking right at it, I couldn't tell you who this guy was. Okay. Um, I just don't know who that is. Crew fan says, I described it perfectly last night. It's a sandbox that you create. Use the rules you like and house rules if you want. The catch line in the game says it's up to you, the promoter. I do like that. There's a few times in there where it says to do that. It says, you're the promoter, you make the choice, Um, and the way you read the choice is if it works, the guy does the move listed on his card. Yeah, like I said, and Pop says, you don't have to use the choice shot, but it's usually a move that goes either way for the wrestler, and it's real counterpop. Just play what makes you comfortable. I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to have some fun with this here. He wants the Heart Foundation, yeah. And Al Red Sox fan says, my favorite tag team I made was the Giant and the Jobber. It was a team with Andre the Giant and Johnny Rods. Oh, that's great. That's great. This is Gorilla. Well, we'll find out when we turn the card over here. Do you know what I did, Al? Is I was playing the Iron Sheik, and he was wrestling. Was it the Iron? No, Volkov, Nikolai Volkov, and he was wrestling the Masked Superstar. Okay, and I think I was watching Pops play the Masked Superstar the other day on one of his videos. And I don't know who the Masked Superstar is, okay, but I'm playing these matches because I'm trying to get some matches down so I can get some winners and I can get some title matches happening. And I says, I want to try the interference, okay, the outside interference. So I rolled some dice, and I have a list of my wrestlers, and I selected 5 or 6 from my dice rolls that were going to be interference people. And so Koloff was the first guy, and he was going to get pinned. And so I just kind of blindly picked from one of the guys that from the dice rolls, and Adrian Adonis, who's my favorite wrestler. He come in to help Volkov not get pinned. So now I get a bad guy and a bad guy. So I've created my first alliance. So it's Adrian Adonis and Nikolai Volkov were my alliance. So then later on, the Masked Superstar is about to get pinned. So I reach in blindly, and who comes out to help the Masked Superstar? George the Animal Steel. That was just like, oh my gosh. And that's when I was sold on this game. It's like, so now I have George the Animal Steel and the Masked Superstar kind of like they're bonding here. That was just so cool. I just think it was so cool. It really was. And Backlund to Sheik to Hogan changed it all forever. Yeah. Yeah. So and that's Gorilla. That's right, Gorilla. That's Jesse the Body would say. So anyway, let's see who it is. And so yes, you are correct. It is Gorilla Monsoon, and he's from Manchuria, China. How about that? I didn't know Gorilla Monsoon was from Manchuria, China. But he's got the Manchurian landslide, which is going to be a +2. And I do like how these have a brown theme to it. And if I go to my other cards, hang on one sec here. Hopefully I don't wreck everything if I come over here. Sorry about that. Completely unprepared. So if I go to my other cards, you can see how they're red, right? So I got they're kind of tan compared to brown, and they're kind of red here. I like that. So these cards are really nice. Oh, what do I see? A pink one over here? Oh, I do. Bruce the Beefcake is pink. So I think that's a specialty card, I think, is what that is. So we'll continue on here. So this is set 2 of the Tragos Thez, if I'm saying that correctly. Okay, and now Mr. Little comes by. Dave, thank you for coming on last night. We had some fun matches. We got to play this game here. He got to help me figure it out a little bit more. And I'm just having so much fun with this. So that is Gorilla Monsoon. And now here's a guy. I'm pretty sure I do not know this guy at all. Okay. Um, and he was an Italian American great amateur wrestler. Okay. And Sports Time Machine comes by. I know he's another wrestling guy. I'm pretty sure. All the Trago sets have a color scheme. It's patterned after the museum logo. Okay, so this is stuff I don't know. I don't know this. So this is Thunderbolt Patterson from Atlanta, Georgia. And his big move is the headbutt. So I don't know him that well. In fact, I don't know him at all. So, honestly, I just so he'll be one of my he'll be in the running for the Ken Maka title from all my the wrestlers that I'm unaware of, that I don't know. But anyway, so far I'm 3 for 4. So I know Angle, I know Backlund, and I have heard of Gorilla Monsoon. Don't know much about him. I think it was a little bit before my time, but I'm aware of him. Thunderbolt Patterson, I don't know anything about him at all. But he's only got a couple of reversals in each, and he's only got the one big thing over here. Oh, he's a pin 6 and a 3. Yeah, so T-Ball can go for the Ken Maka championship belt. Yeah. Okay. All right, now we have this other dude here. So this must be a classic guy here. And again, I'm not really sure. Again, I don't know. And so let's see who this is going to be here. And Johnny Pesek from Ravenna, Nebraska. Again, another guy I'm not aware of. I just don't know John Pesk. But he's a 6 and a 3, so that's kind of on the high end of things. He's got the Tiger Man toe hold. Okay. Okay. So yeah, so I'm not sure of him. So there is John Pesek. And again, this is kind of like opening up a pack of baseball cards in a way. Kind of getting different people. So in a way, it's kind of neat. And there's another guy I don't really know off the top of my head. So it's kind of neat. Like I say, when you get a pack of baseball cards and you get some people that you don't know, or you whatever. I don't want to call them just regular dudes, but that's kind of what they are. They're not the name players, if you will. There should be a handbook. Yeah, there is, and I haven't opened it yet, but there is a handbook, so I'll go over that in a minute. So, but I did like the this here. I did like the brochure that I got, and it talks a little bit about it. So again, this is my first order with the company. I ordered it last Sunday, and it arrived this morning. So, so I have it in. I still haven't figured out the computer game. It won't let me sign in, so I haven't figured out that yet. But I don't know if I'm going to play that. So this is William Muldoon from Belfast, New York. So he's a pin 5-2. Oh, he's got the 3/4 Nelson, which is kind of neat. The side salt, boy, I've done some stuff I never heard of here. The full front chancery, no idea. The flying head mare, no idea. The reverse crucifix, never heard of that. Again, the side salto, nope, got me on that. And the body lift and throw, kind of boring. Yeah, though I was just kind of looking at the website, just the game, just to kind of see, what it was. But I'm going to be playing on the table here. All right, so there's William Muldoon. And now we have another guy here. And that's this guy here. And this guy, honestly, he could be any wrestler from the early 70s. It just really, he's just got that physique. It's awesome physique, but he's got the shorts here that just anybody could have worn. So let's just see who this guy is, and it's going to be Don Curtis. Yeah, I mean, so is this the guy from Lost in Space? Doesn't he look like the guy? He could be the guy from Lost in Space, Don, right? I bet you that's who it is. I bet you it's Don from Lost in Space. I wonder if I have a robot here, right? I wonder if I have the robot. So, there's also a cardboard card here that was used in shipping. So there's Don Curtis from Buffalo, New York. Of course, he's from Buffalo, New York. He's from Buffalo. Oh, so I'm gonna so have the referees screw him in his first match. So he's gonna go for the Ken Maka title, but the referee's gonna be throwing flags every time he has a chance to win the game. So doesn't he have? I mean, I'm just kind of having some fun here, but yeah, I mean, he does. Looks like Don from Lost in Space. I mean, it's the same time, right? That's when that show come out, right? Yeah, I guess I wanted to check out the web version just to kind of check it out, but again, I'll be playing most of this. This was just so fun, and the idea with this too is like I say, if I don't want to use this, I don't have to use the choice, or if I want to use it, I can use it. Okay, so what does this guy got here? Front face lock, punch to the face, forearms. Okay, this is your standard wrestling stuff. I kind of like that. Um, so I do kind of like that there, and we'll see what else he's got. Hang on one second here. I just want to. Just needed to send that out. Um, so yeah, the front face lock, the big stomp, top rope knee drop. That's kind of neat. These are some of the moves that I grew up with, and I really kind of like that. Um, the sleeper. Oh, good to the sleeper. Oh, that's my favorite. The good night Irene. I really did like that. Let me change my a little brighter here for you. Um, so yeah, so that is that. So we got Don Curtis from Lost in Space. And now we got the final one in the set, and I didn't realize that he was in the set. But this guy really does make it. Here we go. Here we go. The hot rod, Roddy Piper. So yeah, so I'm very happy with this set, even though there's a couple guys I don't know. Um, but what is really fun about this, and someone brought it up, and I don't know if it was on the solo promoter channel, the Pops review channel, but someone commented and said that the players you don't know, you can you start to get used to them and you create a storyline with them anyway, and that gets to be fun too. Is having someone that you don't know uh, make a splash, and so we got the Roddy Piper here, and yep, the cards and dice are really fun. Yep. Danger Don Curtis. Okay. Oh, look at that. The danger. Because you guys know your stuff. I don't know everybody here. Um, and Dave Little says, yeah, that football game. I was talking about that. I still don't know how that is not a catch for the Buffalo guy and he's down on the play. I don't know how in the world you can call that an interception of all things. If you want to call it incomplete because he didn't have control, but he was down, but to give it to the other guy, kind of weird. Kind of weird. Um, yeah, the Bills referee would call everything wide right. Yeah. And P Jet comes by. Good to see you, Mr. Jet. Yeah, this is Roddy Piper. Yeah. Yep. He actually was in the last movie he did, a friend of mine made. And it was a bad movie, real bad. But a guy in my hockey league who does comic books, he put out a comic book and he made a movie about it, and it was bad. Not gonna lie, a lot of people walked out of the theater. That's how bad it was. But he was in it, and I think it was the last movie he made before he died. So I'm all out of chewing gum. Yep. Yep. All righty. And let's take a look at the Roddy Piper. So he's got a pin 5-2. So it's not terrible, but it's not awesome neither. Double forearm clap, headlock and punch, flurry of punches. See, that's kind of neat. Like, that's kind of cool. Clothesline, I like. Head slams to the mat. Yep. And the atomic drop. Okay. The eye poke, bite to the forehead. Turnbuckle ropes, knee lift, and a bulldog. I don't know what the bulldog is. The running double sledge. Nope, I'm not familiar with a running double sledge. So I'll be honest about that. A back suplex. I was always a fan of the suplex. You pick them up and you slam. I like the suplexes here. I did like the suplexes. The figure 4 leg lock. Oh, I'm surprised that that's not a submission mode here, because that's usually a submission mode. You know. Al, check your messages, by the way, if you're still listening. And he's only got the 2 reversals here and the 2 reversals here. So that's kind of interesting. But yeah, I mean, I kind of expected a little bit more. Glasgow, Scotland. It's probably because of the kilt, right? He said he's from Scotland. Maybe he was. All right. So what do we have here? On we over here. Oh, the hurt over. Oh, I didn't know. Oh, we had a asterisk over here. That's interesting. See, so let's see what the asterisk says. Roll 2 dice. On rolls of 2 to 5, Piper uses a foreign object, and he's got a disqualification of 5. I really like these little things here. That just adds a little bit more of a personal touch to the guys. Um, there's a few others that I have in the other sets that have that same thing here. That's like, oh, this is a little bit, just kind of just adds a little personal touch because you only have, 18 and 18. So now you can add that here and say, oh, this might change over here, you know. So I do like that. So the chance for a foreign object if he's on defense, which I thought that was kind of unique. But his move is the sleeper. Was that his move? I didn't know what Piper's move was because it's kind of weird having Adrian Adonis with a sleeper and also him with a sleeper. But if he has a sleeper, he has the sleeper. So again, so that is this the let's go over these again. So we have Kurt Angle, and we have Bob Backlund, and we have Gorilla Monsoon. So these three I'm aware of. Okay, I know these three, and then we have Thunderbolt Patterson, which I don't know. Johnny Pesic, I don't know. William Muldoon, I don't know. So again, it's kind of 3 for 3 now and 3 for 6. Don from Lost in Space, I don't know. And so now I'm 3 for 7, but then I'm 4 for 8. So I got 50% going here of players I know. So I'm okay with that. So Adonis and Piper did a sleeper hold. I mean, not that only one guy had to do it, but Adrian was the guy that I saw that. Nick's broke his ankle. There's no way. How did he break it? Was it in overtime? I mean, they had the ball on the 2 yard line. The referee gave him the ball on the 2 yard line. How did he break his ankle? Ugh. I didn't watch the end. As soon as they threw that second flag, they threw the first flag for the pass interference, and I was getting up out of the couch. I said, okay, I'm done. And before I could get off the couch, they threw another flag, and they put him on the 5 yard line. I was like, okay. So that's it. So that is the set. Now let's take a look at the book, okay, that they send you here. And this is kind of the other thing that's kind of neat about this. So so here's the book here, the Filsinger Games Presents. And Kurt Angle's on the front. So again, these are the 4 that I know. So the other guys I'm not really sure. Patterson was 70s, 80s. Curtis was 60s, 70s. Per second, Muldoon were old timers. Okay, so I take it that's why they were in the black and the white, right? So yeah, so you got the classics, right? So going with the classic look there. Andy Scheffler's reporting. How did he get hurt? They were just lining up to kick a field goal, right? Oh man. So in the book here, there's a little thing over here, a little blurb, and then it talks about the wrestlers here. So it's got his finishing moves down here. So I kind of like that. So it talks about the ankle lock and things like that. And then you get Bob Backlund here, and it's going to talk about how he wrecked my childhood wrestling because he was the championship for the entire time I watched wrestling as a kid. Don Curtis, it's going to talk about him and his time on Lost in Space. The Buffalo Bomber, and he also flew a mean spaceship. Gorilla Monsoon is going to talk about his storied career, and he was an announcer. So I didn't realize that was Gorilla Monsoon with the big glasses there. I kind of tuned out of wrestling for a while. And then you got the William Muldoon, and it's just going to talk about his finishes and stuff. So it's kind of neat that you can read up on these guys and get an idea who they are, what they do. Then Thunderbolt Patterson, Heaven High. I don't know what Heaven High is. Is that his catchphrase? But that's Heaven High. So it talks about his finishing move down here. And then you got talk about John Pesic, a true pioneer, the Nebraska Tiger Man, John Pesic. So it talks about his move, the Tiger Toe Hold. It's a version of a painful toe hold, So it says if he's acting as an enforcer, he will be very aggressive in the ring, more prone to disqualifications. This is also demonstrated in his head scissor and wrist lock hold. At times, the referee would rule head scissor to be an illegal choke. If he is disqualified, assume his attack injured the opponent. Roll one die for injury. That's what I got to figure out is the injuries, because I saw that at the back of the book, and that would make for a fun story too. Is getting injuries and having the pin numbers be a little bit higher, or the rope numbers be a little bit higher, stuff like that. Rowdy Roddy Piper was the other guy in here, and he was really good. And so while Piper's sleeper was his most famous finisher, he would at times resort to a foreign object to put his opponents away. And it talks about his foreign object role. And then a little bit about the Hall of Fame here. And that is that. So that is, well, I guess it was a pretty good look at set number 2. All right. So let me just put this over here. So we'll put the band back on it just for now. So we got set number 2 of the Phil Singer games. And now I'm going to take a look at the other thing that came in the mail, and that is set number 3. And these are probably the only guys I know in this one here. But again, there's no sense just ordering one set. I wanted to get a couple of sets. So let's take a look. Well, there's somebody we all know, right? Yeah, no doubt who that is. He's the guy that should have been the champ. He had charisma. He had personality. He was a good time. Oh, boy. And we have a special guest coming in. There he is. Al,
Hello, David.
man, it's been a while, buddy. How you been?
All right. Life does stuff. So
Yeah, I haven't seen you since my birthday, actually, back last April when I stopped by.
that was a fun visit. We'll have to do that again.
I had cake
And lunch.
and lunch. If
I
had
didn't
lunch,
change you.
I had lunch first, and then I had cake. I did.
But very fun game.
Yes.
Quick story, Sergeant Slaughter, because you have him up.
Okay.
We went to it's not Comic-Con, but it's at Mohican or Foxwoods. I can't remember. It's Terrificon, I think it's called. Okay. So I had my flag collared shirt on. Okay. You know, it's like red, white, and blue and all that stuff. Now I see a guy, and they had wrestlers there and people from in fact, I met Samoa Joe, who's a more modern wrestler. And they had people from like Stranger Thing, you know, just people. The guy from Karate Kid, the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like people like that. And they had comic books, and I gotta make sure I turn like this. So my wife looks now, a guy comes up to me who looks like Sergeant Slaughter. Mind you, he's old now, right? So it didn't click. And I went, oh, that guy looks like Sergeant Slaughter. It really was him. He goes, I love your shirt. Get this, but I didn't realize this, right? So now we're going around. I get my picture, and we talk to Samoa Joe and one of the people from Stranger Things, and I buy some old school 70s Planet of the Apes comics. Now I'm coming all the way around. There's a lot of people there, right?
Yep.
It's as big as the one in Boston. That's a Comic-Con. I've been there once. And I went, holy cow, that really was Sergeant Slaughter. He goes, hey, because he, you know, it looked like him, but because he's old and
Yeah.
I was like, hey, it's a guy dressed like Sergeant Slaughter, and it really was Sergeant Slaughter.
Well, sometimes that's how when you run, and even athletes sometimes, is that so, like Terry O'Reilly? I run into him all the time up here. There's a flea market up here. Yeah, there's a flea market up here, and it's like, is that Terry O'Reilly walking around? And I didn't want to bug him, but it's
right.
But you do a double take because it's like, oh man, it looks like him, but
so
yeah.
One more quick sort of wrestling story. So we used Nurse Teresa, and I would go to AEW wrestling for a while. It was fun. I tell you, like wrestling, a live wrestling event, wherever you go, whether it's the indies or whatever, it's actually fun, right? You're into it, right? And so we're on the elevator because we stayed over. It was at Mohican Sun, and we're on the elevator. You have to do the card and hit the button at the same time, kind of deal, or you won't go. Like you have your ticket, your key. So we're on the elevator with these guys, and AEW wrestlers are smaller. guys. They're not. They have
Yeah.
big guys, and so like they go, "How'd you like the show? Where were you? Did you go to see wrestling? Because we had shirts on." We're like, yeah, it was a fun show. And now we're talking to them, and I'm making the joke like last time I was on the elevator. I was here for 3 days because the
Yeah.
button's too late. It wouldn't go right. I'm like, and they go, "We'll do it for you." So we're laughing and joking around, and we start to walk away. And I look at my wife, and she looks at me, and she goes, "Hey, was that Eddie King? Like this red? Because it looked like him." I was like, "Holy sh! I think that was Eddie Kingston."
That is cool when you run into those people
Yeah,
like that.
very
Yeah.
spot.
I love those smaller conventions because you can run into, I hate to say C and D level celebrities. That's not fair, but you're not running into Brad Pitt. Is
Yeah.
what I mean.
Well, the Terrificon is a smaller one, but they draw a good crowd. And they had okay, so like the one thing I wish I did, I wish I went back because we went early, so I got to see people I wanted. It's if you want to spend, it was fun taking a picture with a guy I watch wrestling. And he was very polite and nice, and that's really cool when you meet someone. And he wasn't because you were paying to get the picture and talk to him for a few minutes. He was very nice and polite. He goes, "Oh, do you like that picture? Let's take it." He's very nice. But I wish I went back and um the bad guy from Karate Kid. You remember the teacher?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I
I
and
don't.
then when I went
Yeah.
back, the line was long. I was like,
Oh,
because I was like, oh, I should go talk because he was like joking with people and having a good time. So
they're fun. The one we went to up here probably about 10 years ago,
yeah,
and we'd never been to one. And it was supposed to be just like some C level celebrities
yeah.
and video games and old stuff. So we went. It was like 20 minutes away. Never been. And so we go in,
Where was
and
that one, David? Dave out.
it
It
was
wasn't the
right off of Route three, I think. Shriners, at the
oh
Shriners up here in Massachusetts.
okay.
It was the Shriners. I think it was the Shriners place. I think. They still have them there, I think. But we went. Three or four of us went, and we walked in as it was setting up, and so they had a lot of stuff from the Jaws movie, like a lot of the
Oh, that's
props,
cool.
right?
Yeah.
So I was like, "Oh, that's kind of neat." So I was like, "Oh, look at this. Let me take a picture of this." And some guy come flying out of nowhere, screaming at me, "You can't take pictures of this stuff. You have to pay for it."
Ah,
And I'm like, because I'm still setting up. I said, "Well, I've never been to one.
yeah,
I don't know how they work. And if you're so worried about me taking pictures of your props, maybe you should be here and let people know how this works."
yeah. Good for
So
you.
immediately I was like, wow. I
So
was
okay, when we went to the Boston one, which is by the harbor,
Yep.
that big convention center, which is a beautiful
Oh,
convention.
oh, it's huge,
It's
yeah.
it's huge, right? So they had the Scooby, not the Scooby Mobile, what mystery van, right?
The mystery van. Yeah.
Right? And then they had the Batman car. So we're walking over, and the guy's like, "Yeah, that's like $70 to take a picture with him." We're like, "Yeah, you're out of your mind."
Yeah.
So now
Yeah.
we kind of like walk around, and my brother-in-law's taking pictures. Hey, we got the picture for free, baby.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. I mean, I get that they need to get paid to do this
Yeah,
stuff, and
but some of those people are kind of rude.
but that's what it was. I was completely turned off, and they're like, "Oh, hey, but he was like all screaming at us. I'm like,
Oh, that
wow.
stinks. I'm
And so
sorry
this,
about that.
yeah. So then we went to the end of that, and the girl that was there in the Jaws area, she was the girl Chrissy, the first girl that got killed in Jaws.
Yes, the swimmer.
Yeah, yeah. She's since
He was
passed
there.
away, but
Yeah,
she was there, and it was like $20 for an autograph picture. I'm like,
yeah, I don't.
so we talked to her,
Yeah,
and she was very nice. So we
yeah.
did talk to her, but I can't justify dropping $20 on a photo or a signed photo of somebody like that.
But
I'm not a big autograph guy. I'm not in awe
I
of too
just
many
like,
things.
it was fun to meet. Like, I wanted to meet that wrestler Samoa Joe, and that was really fun to meet him. And then there's a Stranger Things. I don't know if anyone watches Stranger Things. Last year's season, they had a long hair. He was the pizza delivery kid who was always a little stoked, we'll say. And he funny character, but he was so quiet and polite. You know what I mean? Like obviously
Yeah,
his demeanor is, but he was again very nice. But it was fun anyhow.
yeah.
How
So
do you?
the other guy that was there was Adam West.
Oh,
before he passed away. He was there,
that's
and
cool.
again, we never been. So we're just kind of walking. All of a sudden, he comes. Oh no way, right? So one of us went to pull out a camera. Like, no, no, is it block? No, you can't
Oh,
take photo. Oh my gosh!
Jesus.
So I was just like, I kind of looked at it, but let's just go.
Yeah,
Let's
that's the root.
let's
That's
just go. It's like,
we
no, I'm not paying $50 for a picture with Adam West. You
we
know?
went, is like a gift to me. My brother-in-law and my nephew took me to the one in Boston at the harbor because I'm a big Star Trek fan, the original, and to meet Captain Kirk. Oh my god, I went brain dead. I want to say Picard. I hate that one too. Oh my god, it wasn't. Oh my god, uh,
Shatner?
Shatner, William Shatner. Thank you.
No way.
And he won't shake hands with you. He'll do the fist pump because of germs or something. But
Oh yeah.
that talk about herding people in like cattle going through, and you get
Oh yeah.
really at best 45 seconds, and you could take a couple of pictures with him. And he was polite. He has,
Yeah.
and so when we were going in line, it was like I started mooing, and everyone behind us was mooing. It was hilarious. We pissed off the people so bad.
Yeah, I know. I know it's fun. So
But
let me get back to so Al, you've played this game, right?
yeah, I love it. Love
Yeah,
it.
I know you're a big wrestling guy, so you probably know more than I do. Let me continue on with my unboxing of Hall of Fame set 3. So we have the Sergeant Slaughter here. And let me kind of zoom back in on him here so we can see the card. So the forearm hammer, the fingernail rake. Oh, is that down the back, the
Yeah,
fingernail rake?
he used to do that. Remember?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. Elbow drops, handstand knee drop.
That's when you kind of like. I think that's when like you would hold the arm and you kind of go up in the air just a little bit. It makes it look. You make that big sound. You're holding him down. I think
Oh,
that's what that is. Again, I'm not Dave Little, the good doctor, is absolutely awesome with wrestling
yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah.
So
This is the second guy that said Denver's quarterback broke his ankle. How did he break
he
his
did an
ankle?
interview though. I watched the game. He did an interview after the game. It didn't look like he broke his ankle.
I mean, I when they threw that flag for pass interference in overtime, I turned it off. And then
So
just before the TV clicked off, they were down on the 5 with another
yeah,
pass
they kick
interference.
a
So
field goal, but they interviewed him after the game. He didn't seem in pain.
yeah, I don't know
I'd have
what's
to look
going
that.
on with
I
that.
watched the game.
Yeah,
I
two
mean,
people
I'm
in the
not
chat
saying.
have said that. So yeah, and
I wonder if it's a hairline. He did an interview with the sideline reporter, and he said we just beat a good team. He goes, "Wow, what a good game." He didn't. I
yeah. Well, we'll find out. I mean,
there was a late hit on him in overtime on that drive because they had the pass interference. They
oh yeah,
actually
they just pushed him though. They just pushed him.
so I mean I don't know if it happened there. So, but
But anyway, moving on here. So the kick with a military boot, that is so
yep.
slaughterish. The body slam drop kick, ropes, throat drop on the top rope. I like that. I always like that drop on the top rope. That was great. The gut buster. That'll go into 3. The gut buster.
I think I don't know. Is that the gut buster? Like you get picked up, and I think you get dropped on the guy's knee. I think. I
Okay. Vertical suplex. 2 out of the rings here. That's kind of wild. A backbreaker drop.
and
The
then the
slaughter cannon. I don't know what
I
that
think that
is.
was a lariat or a clothesline. I think.
Okay. And the Cobra Clutch, and that's when he kind of comes around here. Yeah, one of those there. It's like almost like a headlock type of thing,
Yeah.
right? So that is Sergeant Slaughter. He's a pin 5-2. So
Well,
that is.
Barbara's saying he needs surgeries. Wow.
Oh man.
Are we talking about Bo Nix? Are we sure?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, there's 4 or 5 people in here that have been
Yeah.
saying that.
Wow. He did
Yeah.
the interview. He did the interview after the game. He looked fine.
Dan Shaughnessy tweeted broken ankle. Oh,
Well, sucks to be him. Oh,
yeah.
that's Shamrock.
Yeah, that's good. So the gut buster, he slams him on the knee, stomach first. Okay, so crew fans in here helping us with that. Yeah, so this is Ken Shamrock. I had to have him because
Oh yeah.
he's another guy that I watched. Was it the early 2000s, late
And he was he was
90s?
one of the he was an M he was like a
Yeah,
MMA guy.
one of the originals,
Yeah.
right? Or whatever.
I think his brother did MMA too. I think he had a brother who did MMA.
Okay, the fireman's carry, the
Yep.
waist lock slam and rise, so a lot of carrying
Yep.
stuff. The suplex assortment. Imagine having an assortment of suplexes. That's just great. Body punches, roundhouse kicks, flying hip attack, the rolling knee bar. Not sure what that is. Power slam, standing rear choke, the hurricanrana. Must be a spinning move, I would imagine.
I think that's one with the leg or the toe. I don't know what that is, to be honest with you. Maybe it's a. I think you're right. A leg, some sort of leg move.
Yeah. No, the belly to belly suplex. That one I know. Yeah, I remember that one there. And the ankle lock. Yeah, that was his big one.
That
Yeah,
was like he's gonna break his ankles.
yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. He was crazy enough. He might have. Yeah, yeah. Okay. And Pop's review says, yes, Al Frank Shamrock. Okay, so it must have been his
Okay,
brother.
he did have it. Yeah.
Yep. And Donut comes by and says, yep, fractured ankle for bonus.
Wow.
Yeah. Yep.
He did the interview. I know I keep saying that. I watched the interview at the end of the game. He looked fine. Wow.
Oh, Jeff says Pesic was 1917 and 1918. That's how long ago that was?
Yeah, and some of those guys were like legit shooters, meaning like they knew how to handle themselves. Like
Oh man.
you know, there,
Here's
Dave. If you ever want, like, you go on YouTube and just look up. There's some really good documentaries, even if they're independent stuff, but it's really interesting. And Dave Little and probably Pops Review knows more. But the history of wrestling, where a promoter would once in a while bring in, say, a shooter because he wants to teach someone a lesson. They're getting a little too uppity, and they
oh
come and just kick the crap out of them.
yeah. I know that. Yeah,
Mark
obviously
Henry,
Mark Henry's was that sexual chocolate?
yes, it
Okay.
was. He had one of the most bizarre
Oh,
with the old May something. Was it? I want to say May West. It ain't May West.
didn't he go on a date with China too or something like that? I mean,
He had some bizarre storyline.
there was some weird ones
Yeah,
that he went on.
yeah.
So let's see what Mark Henry. I don't remember
Oh,
too
he
much.
was an Olympian.
Oh,
Power
that's right.
lift,
Yeah,
right? Power
from
lift.
from Texas. Where was Shamrock from? He was from Sacramento. Okay. Um, the powerful shove, chin lock, forearm hammer, back ram to the buckle. Oh yeah, when he backed into him.
Yep.
Running power slam, headbutt, stand on opponent. Oh man, I used to cringe when Andre did that. I really did.
You know how? You know because I was just thinking that when you said Andre, and I'm sitting there going, I know he's not putting his full, unless he probably didn't like you. He might put his full weight. I'm sitting there going, that still has to hurt just a little bit.
Oh boy, Marco says his cousin met CM Punk at a Blackhawks game. FaceTimed me to say hi, Punk on some he's through his phone. Hated him ever since. Oh, that's a good heel. That's a good heel. May Young, that's what it
Mae
was.
Young, thank you.
Wacky
That was a
storyline.
bizarre storyline. That was like, yeah, I remember that. That was a bizarre storyline.
Oh man, that's crazy. So continuing on, the sliding rope straddle, second rope splash out of the ring, big splash, the bear hug, and then the world's strongest slam. And he's a pin 5-2 as well. So he's kind of a big dude. Let's see here.
Antonio Inoki,
Don't know this guy here.
great Japanese wrestler, very popular throughout the
Yep.
world. He also is a promoter. Oh, Dave, he fought Muhammad Ali in Tokyo. Like, they had the boxer wrestler thing.
Oh, really?
Absolutely horrible. You can find the whole thing. He
Oh,
basically laid on his back and kicked Ali in the leg because another great story. They're supposed to come up with a finish, right?
okay.
They're going to do like a wrestling thing. They couldn't agree on who was going to win or lose, and then they wanted it to be a draw. But then, from what I read, and it was basically 15 boring rounds of him kicking Ali in the leg because he would never stand up because Ali would have knocked the crap out of him. I mean, if he grabbed Ali, he would have. But yeah, horrible, horrible. Oh yes, okay. So what Dave Little's talking about there? This guy, the great Antonio, was from Canada, a big guy, like a heavier set guy, but was very strong. He did like strength tricks, and he got
Yeah.
into wrestling. Well, he pissed off Antonio Inoki, and Antonio Inoki really broke his. I've watched the video of that
Oh.
match. He broke his nose. I mean,
Oh.
the manager of the guy from Canada came in to stop the, because because he wouldn't sell. He's supposed, like
Yeah.
you just, and they're in Tokyo, and Inoki got pissed, and oh blood. I mean, he really
Oh.
barred him.
Oh. Oh. Oh man. So yeah, so there's another guy I'm not too familiar with, but from Yokohama, Japan. The Enziguri.
That's a submission hold, I think, or is that the kick to the back of the head?
Enziguri. I
That could
don't
be the
know.
kick. That could be the kick.
Yes, there's somebody I don't know about.
Yeah,
He does have 3 reversals though, so there's a 50% chance of reversal here, and then 33 over here.
yeah. The
Uh,
better wrestlers, you'll see that they have obviously more reversals and stuff.
Pin 4-1. That's pretty low.
Yeah,
That's pretty low. So now, if you're playing advanced, then the
can't
first one he automatically kicks out,
kicks
right?
out.
Because you can't roll a 1.
Right,
Okay.
and then it would go to a 2, and then you need the snake eyes.
Yeah. Okay. Dave Little. And
Okay, it
he's
is the kick to the back of the head.
jumping kick to the back of the neck.
He had a submission move also, well, like sort of like the abdominal stretch, but they call it the octopus something. I can't remember. So similar to that. I used to love wrestling when I was a kid.
I haven't seen any abdominal stretches yet. I might pull out some of my classics to see if I can find an
Tony
abdominal stretch.
Garea, the abdominal stretch.
Oh man, I couldn't stand that guy either.
Oh, that's oh shoot,
From Carolina.
yep. Wait, no. Regal, not the English guy. It's Steve Regal. No, it's Regal though, or Regal. Don Kernoodle.
You were
Oh,
close, Don Kernoodle
Don Kernoodle.
from
I remember
Charlotte. Yeah. Oh, he's got a couple of things here. He's got the top rope clothesline in a pin, and then the atomic bomb. Oh no, that's
I
so.
thought that was Regal at first.
Oh no, wait, where's Dave Little here? So the atomic bomb. So that's tag only. So that would mean if you rolled this.
Well, if you go down to the bottom of the card,
Oh, that's on the double team move. This.
right, that's a double team. So you roll the die. That would be a tag team, and I guess you could. Yeah, maybe it is a tag.
So Dave Little, what is that again? I forgot. He told me that if you roll this move here, that's a tag only. That's for tag team only. Atomic bomb is for tag team. Something. I don't know if you go back to 2 on that or what this is, but you can't use it unless it's tag teams. I think that's what it is. And yeah, we had so Canoodle was Slaughter's partner. I did not know that. And Guerrero and Martel, yeah, they were always fighting Fuji and Saito forever. I think I saw them at the Garden one time. But yeah, I forget what the rule is on that. Okay, so if you roll a tag move only, you have to roll again on the lower level. Oh, so that almost punishes you if you're playing singles, right there. So
then his only closer in a singles match would be the 5.
Yeah, so that's
the automatic pin attempt.
Yeah, so you got to roll back over here.
Yeah, I didn't know that, to be honest with you. I probably would just stuck with the atomic, but yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know that either, but he brought that up last night. So so he's a pin 6-3, so that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad. Pretty bad. 6 is bad.
He's not bad. It's like a mid card, a good mid card type of guy. He could possibly upset, a 2 or a 1. Yes, you have to roll, but that's not bad.
We last night when we were doing our matches, we had the tag team. We had we put Valentine and Snooker together, Greg Valentine and Jimmy Snooker, just because we had them on the table.
Right.
We had them fight Animal and Hawk. So we had our first pin attempt, and we didn't have the interference. We said, no, Dave's like, I don't usually like to interfere in the first attempt because it was a 4. The pin was a 4. And
did you get the pin? I was listening.
I rolled a 3.
And you got pinned.
So
I always interfere.
But that creates a storyline because now we're like, maybe the other guy was being distracted by the other wrestler, and it was a quick match.
That's Mike Rotundo. I know who that is.
From Syracuse.
Yep, that's Mike Rotundo. He was an excellent amateur wrestler and a good college football player.
So he's a 6'3". So Dave says he's average.
It's funny. He was when he teamed with one of the Steiner brothers, because I get them mixed up with their names. They were the varsity club, and Kevin Sullivan out of Boston was their manager. Awesome. That was like in the NWA out down south. It was, and they would come in. Kevin Sullivan would be like, varsity club, varsity club, varsity club.
So he has some like the fireman's carry as well. Elbow drops, elbow to the chest, half Nelsons, chin locks, vertical suplex,
He
and the butterfly suplex is his big one.
he also kicked the crap out of someone for real in the ring. Was
Oh,
a
really?
big, heavy set guy, and the guy tried to take liberties with him, and he kicked the shit. And you can find the match on TV on YouTube.
Oh,
He
wow.
really, and he's riding the guy right, like putting his face right in the mat after, because the guy was much bigger, and he thought he could take advantage of him. Rotundo just like did a job on him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
You wonder how often that happens where someone
I
does
know.
it.
My favorite story is Dan Spivey kicking the crap out of, unfortunately, your favorite wrestler, Adrian Adonis. You have to look that one up. Out. He oh he
Yeah.
hits him in the ring. He got mad. Like Adrian Adonis was like in his gross phase. And I
Yeah.
guess he would write like and then wipe snot.
Oh.
And he told Adrian, "Hey, don't do that to me." And I'm paraphrasing, but
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
gist of it. Okay. He did it. He goes, and I forgot who was his manager. He goes, "You tell him not to do it. I'm gonna kick the shit out of him." He said. He really hit him, right? And I don't know if the ref decided to count. He goes, "That's because the ref said something like that's not the finish." He goes, "Well, it is tonight." They went in the back. They went in the back because he's supposed to put. They went in the back, and Adrian tried to leg dive him. Well, Dan Spivey's really, he was a bouncer and amongst other things, what I read, and he hit him. He busted him wide open. That's a great, that you can find that people telling that story and then Adrian Adonis was supposed to have a big program with Hulk Hogan, and Spivey goes, that went to like King Kong Bundy or two other wrestlers. They split it up. He goes, they should have paid me money because they made money because I beat them up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Adonis is my favorite wrestler, by the way. Yeah, so it's just kind of funny. ID comes by. Good to see ID. I don't know if ID does any wrestling. I don't know if he does. No, there's no Mick Foley because what it is, Barbara, is a lot of these.
They have to sign a consent.
Yeah, they have to get consent from the family. Now there are some homebrew stuff that people have put up. Yeah, and I do have some of those. Somebody sent me some of those. I haven't gone through the whole thing yet. But it's just kind of nice that if I want to play with some of the quote, more famous guys, I can if I want to now.
Yeah. I think there is
anyway.
a Mick Foley somewhere out there. I'm almost positive.
I would bet there is. He's a famous one. So I got a couple more guys here. Well, let me put on the overhead camera.
Sorry
that would help.
That, Dave. Oh, that's Dan Spivey. That's Dan.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, you are correct. You are correct. The eye rake, forearm smash, tilt-a-whirl slam.
He was a big dude. He teamed
6'7",
yeah,
310.
I think he teamed with the Undertaker before the Undertaker gimmick, like when they were down like NWA wrestling, and they were the skyscrapers or something. I'm trying to remember. When I first got cable TV, I got to see all this different wrestling. I was like, wow, this is cool. I think because the Undertaker's real name is Mark something, and I think he tagged with him. As Barbara, I like wrestling. I always liked wrestling.
Yeah, I've just started enjoying this. It reminds. Have you played Chris's dice wrestling game? It's a free one.
I've played the APA-ish one. Is that the one we're talking about? It has charts, sort of like an APA-ish. I think that's it.
Kind of.
He had a bunch of wrestlers. You could print them up, and there were different charts. I think I've played that. I actually have it somewhere still on my computer.
Yeah, I enjoyed that. There was a lot of good wrestlers with that one there, and the game was free. And but what the difference was with that one there is everybody started with a rating like A or B or C, what it was,
and then you're
right. And then as you started getting beatings or getting beat up, you would lose some of that. So eventually you'd be down to E or F or whatever it was, and then it was easier to get pinned. So when you rolled on a pin, it's like no. if you're an A, then you're not pinned. If you're a B, you're not pinned. But anything below B, you're so that's just you actually whittled the guy down in that game.
Right. What I like about this game, and you hit it on the head, you just put the cards down once you know how to play, and you can just sit there and play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Skyscrapers. They beat the Road Warriors up good. They're tough. He's a tough. You know, some Mean Mark replaced Vicious because Sid was injured. Okay. Oh, I did not know he actually tagged with Rotundo also.
Yeah, I don't know him.
Oh yes, when Barry Windham literally quit the WWF, like left. I think they brought Spy, or he was already under contract, whatever, or brought him in, and they tried to continue. Yes, was it with the WWF crew fan when they brought Spivey in when Wyndham left? I get so excited about this nonsense.
I know, it's funny. Oh, you got to make it look like the Belichick windbreaker, right? That's great. So Spivey, yeah, he's got the power bomb again, 6'7". He's got
Power
the pin,
bomb's a great move. That
pin
one,
6'3". So yeah, so that's Spivey, and I got one more in this set. And well, it's kind of weird because it's my only lady I have in the set, so I don't know who she
she's
can.
from the 50s or 60s. I have this set too. Penny Banner.
Don't know Penny. Oh, that's another. Oh, she was on Lost in Space too, right? Penny.
That's too funny. You're right.
So
You
I
think
got-
they actually took those names? Lost in Space was early 60s though, right? Was it early mid 60s? I used to watch that after school.
I think they had black and white and color, didn't they?
That's too funny. You had Don, and now you had Penny. Was that the husband and wife, or was that the little girl?
I think this was the dark-haired girl, Penny.
Dark-haired girl.
Yeah.
Danger. I like the robot Danger.
Yeah, Don Curtis and Penny Banner. Book it. Yeah.
That's funny.
So she's got the sunset flip. The small cradle. So she's got a couple of pin moves here. She's a 5'2". So I don't know if I have any women. I don't think I have any women.
I only have a few. Dave Little does. I watched some last night, which was a great. I have to go back and watch the rest, but it was fun to listen to you guys. Like he said, he has multiple wrestling federations or organizations. One of them's just women, and
really?
he does a good job with that. If you
yes, he does the women. I do remember that.
Yeah.
So let me just go through the book real quick. So let's zoom out a little bit here so we can kind of see the book. And so, it does talk about Penny.
Yeah, the booklets are great, Dave.
Yeah, and they talk about the specialty moves. So you get a little, gives you a little
Like
bit
a
of content.
bio.
Oh, 1961.
Okay. Yeah.
So yes.
You know what? That's right in that time period, I think, with Lost in Space.
Well, you never know.
That's too funny, Don and Penny.
The world's strongest man, Mark Henry, talks about him. Antonio Inuki. Yeah, so we're gonna get some Inuki talk here. Don Kernodle. So I like how you can learn about some of these guys. Again, you got the Mike Rotunda. Oh, he's a lot on Rotunda. Got a whole page and a half on him. And then Kenny Shamrock's over here, and then the Sergeant Slaughter, and then Dan Spivey. Not much on Spivey though.
Spivey.
Spivey, is it Spivey? Okay, Spivey. So that is that. Let me show you my favorites here. So this is we'll do this other one. I've already unboxed this here, but we'll take a look at these. This is the starter set.
They give you quite a bit in the starter set. That's
I mean, look at all the cards I get in the starter set here. So
Road Warriors are in the starter set, right? I'm trying to remember.
So.
I bought so many cards.
So that guy, I don't know.
Buddy Rogers.
Is that Buddy Rogers? Okay.
Buddy Rogers.
Okay, so Buddy, this is Buddy Rogers was the figure 4 grapevine. A grapevine. What?
You can find some of his matches on YouTube.
Oh, I'm gonna have to look him up now.
You know what's funny?
Slap and arrogant strut. That's awesome.
Oh yeah, he was an a-hole. I mean, he became Jimmy Snuka.
That's how I remember him.
You remember that, right?
Will you be my manager? Well, I can't tell you right now. And then Ray the Crippler gives him 3 pile drivers.
Right. I just watched. It's funny. I just watched that over on YouTube. The whole feud with him, Lou Albano and Ray the Crippler Stevenson. There was a tag match. That's how they settled it. Or, I mean, when I watched, I'm sure they ran that program a little bit longer. But it was Buddy Rogers and Snuka against Ray the Crippler Stevens and Albano. But yeah, I just watched that when he banged. He got him from the back.
And Buddy Roberts just won the championship in Dave Little's wrestling.
He's I mean, he's a 4-1. And so
Oh, cheapest, yeah, yeah,
that's again, like you said, that first roll, you can't pin him.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
mulligan right off the bat. Well, that's not true. Hold on.
If you add a specialty move,
Yes, if there's a specialty move, you could.
yeah. Now look at this figure 4 grapevine. You're adding 4.
Yeah, if he gets that on, it's lights out, baby.
Yeah, I remember. I'm going to tell you my snooker story.
Ooh.
So, do you remember? He was getting beat up one night. And remember, he had like the beads on his head.
Yeah,
I think somebody grabbed the beads and was punching him in the head, in the face.
I
No,
remember Piper had a great.
no, Snooker used to, I don't know if it was his necklace or whatever, but he had these like little.
No, yeah, no, you're right. He
Yeah.
came in like a
So,
headpiece.
He was getting beat up bad. And I don't know if it was the night that, Buddy Rogers was there or not, but somebody like was holding him back and somebody was like punching him in the face, right? And they zoomed in on him. And so they're punching him. And all of a sudden, Snooker fights the guy off and goes like this. And next thing you know, there's blood everywhere.
Oh, you bladed.
It's just like, so he wasn't bleeding. So he's like, hang on. He cuts himself and then he goes back to getting hit. There's blood everywhere. Oh, man, that was too funny. But yeah, so I got the Buddy Rogers here. Then I have this right here.
That's Gorgeous George. He was one of the most antagonistic. You can find again. He was all with the mind games. You could find his match. He was very popular wrestler. He was hated, big time heel. I don't know if he ever. I don't think he ever won a world title. I could be wrong, but he did the whole. You know how you like Adrian Adonis? Remember when Adrian Adonis did the whole feminine thing, kind of?
Oh yeah, yeah.
He did that way back when. The woman was his, what's that called, valet, and she would spray like if.
Oh, I think I remember that.
Yeah,
I think I remember
he's
that.
right. But like a perfume spray bottle. And
Yeah.
I think it's actually on the card. Yeah, Sherry Dupree at ringside, she can do the spray bottle. I think that's on the card if I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sherry Dupree must be at ringside for this move to work if she's not roll again on level 1 offense. So that now where does that buzz in? Oh, that buzzes in here on level 1. Oh, okay. So interference by valet.
Yeah.
That's awesome. There's so much fun stuff in this game. And they really try to make it like you're watching wrestling on TV.
And you're a good storyteller. So whether you're playing, like I actually saw you guys. It was funny. I was thinking about playing this game for a while again because stuff, right? I'm like, and then you're talking about it. I pull out. I've been playing ever since offline. I have some different sets, and I was playing like 77 WWF, which was just fun. Just yeah.
So
Muhammad Ali was a big Gorgeous George fan.
Then this guy here, Kurt Hennig. Is that Mr. Perfect? Is that Mr. Perfect?
Yep.
So this Kurt Hennig. So we get the Hennig Plex. So
what's he a 2-5? He's a 2, yeah. Okay.
A 5-2, yeah. So that's him there.
Incredible.
It's good agility, but no power.
Right. Yeah, because the negative number
is I had
to get to that. Is
yeah, me too. Yeah.
Negative. Why'd they do that? What I do, Dave? You know how they go, if it's this, it's automatic? I still roll the dice and I take the numbers away, and whoever has the highest roll, lose. It's something I do.
Yeah.
So it's not always automatic, Usually it's the guy who has the better.
Yeah.
But Nikolai.
Yeah, Dave walked me through a whole bunch of the advanced last night, and I was like, this is not as tough as I thought it was going to be.
It's fun.
Yeah. And again, you can't really make a mistake because
it's your game.
Wrestling. It's wrestling, It's not like, Denny Doyle's going to hit 5 home runs in a game, and it's like, oh, that's unrealistic. It's like anything that happens here could happen. So this is Koloff, I think, right? Oh, Nikolai Volkov.
Volkov. I said the same. I said Nikolai Koloff.
Yeah. The backbreaker drop is his thing. No, he's got 3 reversals and 3 reversals.
He was
6 and a 3.
Big time heel in the late 70s, obviously also in the early 80s, but he was the Mog. Oh God. He tag teamed. There was a tag team when I first started watching real little kid. And they had the weird haircut with the ponytail in back, like shaved head.
Oh yeah, samurais.
No, they were from the Far East. I can't remember, and they had And then I remember when he came back, I go, isn't that the guy who was in that the Mongolians or something? I think they were called the Mongolians. Yep. Later on, he tagged. They won the championship at the Iron Sheik. That is Harley Race.
I vaguely remember him, Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a couple here. Suplex. Oh, he's got the pile drivers. This is an older guy. They outlawed the pile drivers, you know.
Hey, best wrestling, the Mongols. That's it. Thank you. I said the Mongolians, but yeah, they were. I don't know who the other guy was in that partnership, but when he came back as the Russian, I was sitting there going, as a kid, going, "Hey, isn't that?"
6'1". I thought he was taller than 6'1", but
You know what match I've always wanted to see? He wrestled superstar Billy Graham down at the Orange Bowl. Best 2 out of 3 hour-long match, right? You can't find. It's only like highlights. I've always wanted to watch that Harley Race and superstar Billy Graham. Lou Thez, old school.
yeah.
Well,
Now that must be what the that this is, right? The Lou Thez the sets that I just got in the mail today. So yeah, so he's got the Thez press. That's pretty cool. Greco-Roman backdrop. Wow, that's pretty cool.
I think he wrestled to the late 60s or early 70s. Dave Little, how long did Lou Thez wrestle? He wrestled pretty long.
And Frankie says he likes the Filzinger. Yep, this is
Frank Wayne Scott. He does a lot of Filzinger and he'll post it.
Yep.
Frank Williams. Oh yeah, I remember Frank.
Volkov and Guido. Lou Thez is top tier in wrestling. Okay. Now obviously that's Hacksaw, Jimmy Duggan there. He was one of the first matches I played for some reason. When I got this game in, he was one of the first matches I played.
Who'd you put him against? You remember? Did you do the Sheik? I think you were talking.
I think it was the Iron Sheik and Hacksaw, Jimmy Duggan.
I don't jump in chats a lot anymore. I just listen and I like and stuff. And
actually, my first one was Adrian Adonis and Lou Albano, because I had to play Adrian because he's my, and then so I had him fight Lou, and then Georgie Animal Steel pinned Hillbilly Jim, Ivan Koloff pinned Coco Beware, and then Jimmy Snuka beat Greg Valentine by disqualification, and then I had
Beefcake in that set too. Brutus Beefcake in the starter set.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good starter set. Great starter.
So Duggan beat the Sheik by disqualification. The Sheik got disqualified. I thought it was cool. I remember that wrestling. That's like, and I rolled because he was outside the ring. He gets disqualified. I was like, that was awesome. It was just neat. So I get Jimmy Duggan here. This guy.
Van Dam.
Is that Van Dam?
Rob.
Okay.
Yeah.
From Michigan.
Very
the 5-star frog splash +2.
That's sort of like a Jimmy Superfly Snuka splash, except he does like a frog thing, and then boom, he hits the guy.
And there's a little special note down here. It can be the Van Terminator if he wants it to be. So you got to roll on that. He's a pin 5-2 actually.
Yeah, he was a good rat. He was very popular.
Yep. Oh, then this guy here,
Ted DiBiase, $1 million.
Ted DiBiase. The Cobra Clutch for him too, huh? Yep. I didn't know he did that. He's only got a couple of chances to steal over here, though. 2 here and 2 here. So, yeah. So there's that. Backward elbow off the ropes. Second rope axe handle. So that's kind of neat, some of the stuff there. From Omaha, Nebraska. Then we have this guy here.
That is Bruiser Brody. He got killed in Puerto Rico.
Oh, really?
He got stabbed. Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
A rival wrestler or promoter or something stabbed him in the shower. Again, you can look.
Oh, I think I heard about that. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's pretty bad. His real
name is Frank Oh, God. I just watched the doc. I listened. I don't watch stuff. I like to fall asleep. I listen to stuff. It's Frank. His real name is Frank something, and I can't think of it right now.
Somebody in the chat will know. Yeah. So he's jumping knee drop, and he's a pin 5-2.
He was a big dude, 6'7".
Why do you think?
Goodish, thank you, Dave. Little
Frank. Okay. Dave and Crew Fan and Al, question for or anybody that plays this game: why do you think that's okay? So I'm looking at the two cards here. That they got the pin over here on 2 and the pin over here on 6. Why wouldn't they?
That
Why
that's
wouldn't they put the pin on 6 all the time? Is that
that's
just
a good question because it's still a one
1
in.
and 6? Yeah, it's not like
But
it's a
they do. You know what's funny though? Like for some reason when I'm playing, like if the pin's on 1, it's like harder to roll. I know it's a 1 in 6 chance no matter what. It just I'm like, I guess I
and
don't roll ones.
Dave said just random to change things
Yeah,
up. Okay. And that was one
that's
of
a
the
good
most
question
crazy
though, Dave.
cover
I
up.
thought about that too.
Um, just make uh the pin roll more random. Okay, okay. And now we have
Oh, Brazil.
yeah, Bobo Brazil. Yeah, I don't know him, so he'll be going for the Ken Maka title. Oh, he's got the Cocoa Butt.
Yeah,
Two of them. So he's got a good chance here. Oh,
he
he's a
was very
4-1 too. Oh
yeah,
boy.
he was a very popular wrestler.
Big
Very popular.
I don't know Bobo, but yeah, we'll have to get he's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. And now we have
Curtis the Barber.
yeah, so this looks like it's a specialty card
Yep.
because it's different than that, but that's in the starter set. And see, it's how it's pink too compared to the red. Okay, and then compared to the brown of the Thez set. So
Was
it's kind of neat that they have that there. So he's got the sleeper hold as well. And he can give him a haircut too if he rolls. So good for him. He's a 6'3", so he's not too terrible to pin. So there's Beefcake. Oh, here's this guy here.
Iron Sheik's probably a 5'2", if I remember right.
Yeah, he's a 5'2". The Camel Rider, the Candle Clutch, the Loaded Boot. I think we had that the other
Remember,
night.
remember how he'd bang the boot? Like you'd be like, "Loading the
I, I
boot."
remember the Iron Sheik. Oh man, it's just from Tehran, Iran. He did a good.
Tehran,
Yeah.
number one.
And the Beefcake card was a limited release. Oh, okay. Well, I'm kind of happy I got it.
Yeah, that's right. It was maybe okay. So it didn't come with it. Macho Man.
Oh yeah. So we had him on the other night. We were slapping into Slim Jims all night. The Flying Elbow Smash is his big one.
Do you
He's
know
got
he
the
was in the
flying action.
Cincinnati Reds farm system as a catcher?
Really?
Popoff. Yeah, there's actually you can find like him in a Reds uniform. You know, like online, you type in Randy Savage and Cincinnati Reds, and his real what's it? Popoff, Pop.
What was it true that Tom Brady was playing baseball too? I've seen a Brady baseball card, and I don't know if it's a joke or not.
Well, I know. I don't know if he played in. I don't know about that, but he was in the Cincinnati Reds organization.
I thought I saw a Tom Brady with a baseball card somewhere or something like that. So yeah, so then we have
Warriors.
yeah, so we got the Animal and Hawk here, I believe they are, right?
Yep.
So yeah, we had them in the match. They got pinned last night.
Who pinned them?
Uh
Oh,
Snooker and
you just said it.
Valentine. Yeah.
You rolled. Dave said, "Don't interfere."
Yeah.
You
Well,
rolled.
what we did to speed up the matches is we made the 5-2s. We played advanced. We made the 2 or 4, so that way there we wouldn't be forever. And
I
so
know
that's what I
sometimes a match goes quick, and sometimes like I was playing 2 jobbers because I did my card like a TV card this morning. You know, so you're not gonna have all the great wrestlers say, "I'll do this, I'll do this." And
yeah
I'm sitting there going, "This match is not ending." So I'm like, in my head, I'm like, if they go out of the ring, I'm just gonna have a double count out.
yeah.
And
Well,
they had a double DQ, so it was okay.
so what was neat is I do have the miscellaneous stuff here. Let me just finish this and I'll talk about. So we had Greg Valentine here.
That's a special. That's a special set.
Yeah, because it's got that right there.
That's a big
So
thing, yeah.
so you got the figure 4 leg lock, which is fantastic, and then you got Jimmy Snooker here, of
I
course.
love that picture. That's when he went
Yeah,
top of the cage, and
must have been Madison Square Garden or something like that, I would imagine. So
that's like we
Superfly
nailed Don Morocco.
from Fiji. So what I thought was kind of neat, and again, kind of just making this a wrestling sandbox, if you will. Excuse me, is these cards here that was also sent to me by a listener. Um, and the referee assignment cards, and so you can roll to see which referee you get, and they change some of the no the roll, like add two to all count out rolls. So this guy doesn't want to disqualify people. Add one to all pin submission rolls. Add one to all disqualification ratings. So these referees will change some of the ratings in the game. So we created a
Oh, do they have
rookie.
Dick Worley? Oh, they
Yeah,
do.
Dick Royal. Yeah, yeah.
WWF.
So we created a brand new referee, and we added two to the pin count
Cool.
just so we could get it over
I
with. But
I fooled around with because sometimes like if I've tried, it hasn't worked out the way I thought. I fooled around a little bit to make the fatigue happen a little faster. Like if it's on a level 3, to try to keep it at a level 3 in certain.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not gonna share it yet because it's hit or miss. It didn't work the way I thought it was gonna work.
I did that one night where I was just going in circles. So I just said I'm staying in level 3 till this is over,
Yeah.
and just
You
kind
can
of
do
did it
that.
that
You can
way.
do that. It's
Yeah.
like you're telling the ref in their ear, "Hey, we gotta get this match."
Well,
Come on.
the only thing is though, is if you go level 3, you can't reverse it. So I'm looking. I don't think you can reverse anything from level
No,
3. So
you can only reverse, I
one
believe, from
one and
1 and
two.
2.
So yeah, so that would be the only problem with that, is that you'd never reverse it. You know. Um. So okay, John. Yeah, it was Montreal Expos. I saw that picture. So Brady played in high school. Was even drafted by the Expos.
Oh, wow, cool.
I saw that picture somewhere. Tom Brady. Yeah. So so that did happen. But the yeah, again, that's the one thing you can get into trouble with this game, is that your game could be over in a minute or two. Because in Connecticut last year at Digital to Dice, me and Dave played it, and the match was over in like a minute.
Yeah,
Like a few rolls,
it
and
can
we were
happen
done.
just like that. Like you said, you could have a guy who has a 2 pin roll, you roll double snake, you roll snake eyes, the guy's done.
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
but then it helps with your story, because that's an upset. It's like
yeah,
it just you're doing a
yeah.
storyline.
It
Then
does.
you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I got to do something with this other guy.
Okay, Andre's the only guy of the reversal on level 3 defense. That would make sense. Um, Yeah, but there was, like I said, there was one. I was just getting tired. I was like, man, I was rolling and rolling and rolling. I didn't even get a pin attempt, let alone. So I think what I did is, okay, after I'm going to bump everybody up by 1 or 2 because they're getting tired now. So now the pin is going to be a little bit easier. So
I've also fooled around with a timing aspect where I've done it where every roll is like a minute, just because they're doing something before they get to the action.
right, right,
So, but then you're literally going 10 rolls for 10 minutes. So then I doubled it, like 30 seconds, 30
yeah.
seconds. Sometimes it works out well. Like, oh, that came out great. And other times, like, yeah, that didn't work out.
But the thing is, though, is when I'm playing, it's you want to just like roll and then roll, and then you don't want to be roll and then mark it off and roll
I
and
know
mark it off.
that's another thing. It
You
took
know.
away from it.
Now, what Dave Little suggested last night, he says that after a while, if you're just kind of sick of it, he goes, go to the outside interference chart and just have some interference to shake it up and see if that'll get it done a little quicker.
Again, you're the promoter. You are the booker, my friend.
Yeah, so I can call whatever I want. That's what makes it fun.
Oh, the
It really does.
storytelling's awesome. It's just, however, like I made the Von Erichs heels.
Really,
Except
yeah.
in Texas. In Texas, in certain parts of the South, they're loved. But I give them, because the Von Carrie's my champion, and I ran like Bob Backlund wanted his rematch, and they wouldn't give it to him. He goes, "You got to run the gauntlet, the Von Erich gauntlet." So he had to wrestle. Kevin has 2 sons who are wrestlers too, big guys too, much bigger than I thought. And so he had to wrestle 4 Von Erichs and beat them, and he did, and they still wouldn't give him, no, we're not giving you the title shot. That was pretty cool, though. Bob Backlund's card is fierce.
Yeah.
That's a tough card to beat.
I like how I got this book here that they sent me too.
Yeah,
The
Dave Little
ringside-
likes that. I make up
And
my own matches, so.
it's got a commissioner chart and fair commissioner, unfair commissioner, title shot. So you can really kind of get involved in this and roll your dice and
Have you I've thought about getting that book.
there's a second one out now.
Yeah.
It's pretty thick. I mean,
They also have,
it's-
Dave talked about it yesterday, Little. They have a fictional, the Galaxy one.
Oh, the Cosmic Galaxy or the
Yeah, yeah.
Champions of the Galaxy or something like
And they
that.
actually come out with a story. I'm not going to do it justice, but like a book that it kind of guides your, if you want, your storytelling. Because years, I don't know how long ago I had Dave Little on when I first got the game, and he was telling me all, like all the stuff. And I think we had one of the gentlemen from Filsinger who was out of Connecticut. I think he was on with us too.
Oh wow, we'll have to, if he's in Connecticut, we'll have to get him to D Con. Yeah,
He was in, and Dave would know. So
Champions of the
the
Galaxy. Yeah,
Galaxy.
yeah. I was looking at that, but I'm going to start with what I got right here because
I,
this
you
is
know, it's
fun.
all fiction, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah, well that's the
no,
other
no, I'm
thing.
just saying because I did a little haha my last stream for the baseball game for hate comments I get. Yeah, don't take stuff serious. I'm like,
How do you take wrestling serious though? I mean, that's the other thing, you know.
oh, people get mad when you play wrestling. How can you play wrestling? It's a game. It's just a game.
Al, don't do a puzzle online. Let me just tell you that.
I'm gonna do a puzzle. I'm horrible at it. I'm gonna do a puzzle just to get hate comments. I had someone tell me I should never stream again. I'm an awful human being, and I'm stupid. Basically, I'm like, okay. You don't explain anything, and oh, God. What's there to explain? You don't. Do you understand baseball? This is action PC baseball. You
I
press
get
the
it too,
button.
Al. I get someone that kept emailing me, telling me how crappy my videos were, and I'm terrible and I'm unprepared. And I'm like, well, you realize it was a first look video, right? It wasn't a tutorial on the game. It was a first look. This is my very first look at this game. We're looking at it together through my eyes, and I was unprepared having a first look video.
Gardner, how dare.
I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, but it's just what we do. It's what we do.
I had fun on my last one. I remembered all the like I was reading these comments. I'm like, I went back to like, what is wrong with these people? What is wrong?
I know. I try to mix it up and have some fun with different things here. You know what I mean? Instead of just playing the same stuff. So I got the wrestling on here. The wrestling did better than I thought the other night. We had a good time with it. It's not going to be, every night, but I mean, every now and then you pull out the wrestling, just had some fun with it. I don't know. Champions of the Galaxy is a whole fictional universe, different planets, different races, all kinds of different superpowers.
Yeah, they're like superheroes, sort of.
Yeah, yeah. A couple people like the puzzle stream. I've done the puzzle stream a few times. I do like the puzzle stream. I remember when I did it the first time,
Dave Little, what's the gentleman's name? If you want, just the first name. He was from Connecticut for Phil Singers. I'm pretty sure he's from Connecticut.
We'll have to, if he's in Connecticut, we should get him to D&D, And then what we can do is we can do some wrestling.
Ding, ding, ding.
That's kind of fun.
And my name is Jerry Capetta.
Yeah, no, I had a lot of fun. Oh, he said it was Todd.
Yep, Todd. I actually have his email somewhere.
Todd.
I don't want to say the last name.
Todd. Todd's the coolest name. Beavis and Butthead when they had, whoa, it's Todd. And then what was the other Todd? Oh, Boogie Nights. The guy Todd was like the cool guy. Todd.
He's the guy who got shot when they were trying to rob the drugs, right?
Yeah, he's in like the safe in the bedroom.
The safe isn't the thing, so go back there.
And the other guy's like, dude, just we're good. No, the safe.
No, we came here. That is actually, except for the subject matter, which might be offensive to people, that was really a good movie.
Yes, yeah, it was. I enjoyed it. I've watched it a few times.
I remember when they came out with that movie, they sort of, when the first commercials come out, it's like a comedy, and there's a lot of funny stuff in it, but it gets really dark.
Oh, it does. Yeah, the end of that movie gets real dark. That movie goes like for 75%. It's like right on, and then all of a sudden at the end, it just gets. Oh, yeah,
just because it's pretty funny throughout.
Yeah, and it just puts on the brakes, and you're like, oh, that is. Oh,
it starts with a guy. Well, I don't want to go through. It's tough to talk about that movie on here.
Yeah.
Movie, though, I recommend it.
Oh, Todd's not with Phil Singer anymore, but active in the community. Super guy. I will still should get him over there if he's
a
over
really
there.
nice guy.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So when you're doing your wrestling, so I take you must have a federation, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I just picked wrestlers, and I like my first. Bob Backlund was my first champion. I had him and Bruno. Bruno has horrible luck. He never wins a big match, Bruno Sammartino. And I'm sitting there going, and he has a great card. I don't roll good for him. rolling for field goals and steals.
Oh, the extra points,
The
forget
ex-
it. Oh my gosh.
So I think it was Backlund beat him, and then Backlund had a good run, and then Kerry Von Erich, and it was one of those. You know how you say matches go on forever? I'd have to go back and look, but I think this one went pretty quick. Kerry Von Erich, one of his finishing move is a discus punch. He kind of spins and he hits the guy with a right hand. I think it's a right hand, but he punches him. And it's like one of those things. Well, he's not going to pin him, right? It's just like, and
Wow.
the championship. So I'm sitting there going, well, what can I do with the Von Erichs? Let's make him heels, except not in Texas. They're loved in Texas. And if he defends in Texas, he has a pin rating. I think it's a bootleg card, a homebrew card that I use. And his pin rating's 2, I believe. So in Texas, I make it a 1 because he gets
Oh.
even you can't. It's like real hard to beat the Von Erichs in Texas, and I throw a lot of northeastern guys at them. So I actually have 2 federations. Actually, I have my U.S. kind of federation, then I have my international, which is really more Japanese, and it's just fun stuff. Stan Hansen, I gave him a manager. I've been wanting to make a card. I saw a card once with you remember more cowbell? Christopher
Oh,
Walken?
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
He used to come in with a cowbell, right? So I'm sitting to myself, I go, how funny would it be if Christopher Walken was his manager and it's we need more cowbell. And so I've done a few things. You could go back if someone wants to watch it, whatever. Where I don't have a card, but I say there's who is that? It's dressed like it's Christopher Walken. He is cowbell to Stan Hansen and boom. Even if it's like some sort of finishing move, I don't call it whatever it is. It's a cowbell because it made it fun. And he won a. I took 8 wrestlers from the group he was in because the Stan Hansen card is a Phil Singer card. You know how I think that wrestlers can come in packs of 8.
Hmm.
And I had a tournament, and whoever won would get cracks at the International Heavyweight Championship, the Asian version, and the Heavyweight Championship, the one that Von Erich holds. And he still has. I haven't wrestled. He lost the Japanese and got beat quick. Some wrestling cards are just lucky, man. And then I haven't done the Von Erichs, but I've done a few. I like the gauntlet match I came up with. It was just fun.
Who was it? Dave Little, I think he said that there's a way you can create your own wrestlers. And yeah, I guess there's a PDF floating around that can show you how to just like create it.
There's a software. I can't think of the gentleman's name, but he's very smart with wrestling, and you can create. I actually have it. You can create your own card.
What I was thinking,
I don't know if I could send it, not because it's paid or anything. It was free at the time.
Yeah.
I don't know if I still have the like when you get an action PC game, the
yeah,
install thing. I
right,
must have it somewhere. But
right.
Carl Zilla, yeah, it's Carl.
Do you know what would be kind of cool? If we had a match, we created 2 people, Taylor versus Urko.
That would be Planet of the Apes. Well, so Taylor, though.
We have our Forbidden Zone champion.
Yeah.
Oh,
so Taylor's from the movie and Urko's from the TV show.
Oh, who was the guy? Urko?
Ursus.
Oh man, that would be so fun.
And that guy was on Barney Miller.
Who he was?
The guy who played Ursus. Do you remember there was an old detective who would come in and want to hang out with them?
Maybe, yeah.
That's the guy. I can't think of his name. He was a character actor. He played Ursus.
Didn't Sheriff Lobo, wasn't he one of the apes too?
He was in Battle for the Planet of the Apes, and he was Aldo.
Aldo.
Right. No, you're good. You're good, Dave. You're right. I'm a big Planet of the Apes guy.
Godzilla Kong, yeah, I know. That'd be kind of fun to.
You can make those cards.
Yeah, you can make anything you want. I want to get some of those and just make some fun with that. All right, so let me ask you here, Al, in your federation, and anybody here that plays the game is willing to come in here and play this as well. So what belts do you have? Obviously, you got the top championship belt. So tell me your belts, because I'm trying to come up with belts for my federation.
I didn't want to have too many, but then you know what? As you start doing it, you go, I kind of like these lower tier guys. Some guys
Yes.
put a
Yes.
belt on them,
Exactly.
right?
Yep.
There's some because I've made a storyline in my head. Sorry, I got to point this way. And okay, so I have uh, two federations, basically organizations, promotions, and they both have a heavyweight champion. We have the international heavyweight champion, which again is like the Japanese version. It's just they're not all Japanese wrestlers, but it's the Far East version, we'll say.
Hmm.
And then I have another like where the Von Erichs are. It basically loosely based on the WCCW
Okay.
World Class Championship Wrestling, which was phenomenal back in the day. I have a heavyweight champion. Okay, so in that one, I have a heavyweight champion, a Texas champion, a North American champion. Then I want to get some of these mid-level to lower level guys who are interesting to me, right? And I said I wasn't going to do this. I have a TV champion.
Oh, I thought it was the stupidest one ever. The
It
TV
is. It's
champion.
horrible.
It's just like everyone gets a trophy.
Yes. I have a TV champion and I have a TV tag team champion.
Oh,
Um,
how
I
about a
don't do
Friday night champion?
yeah.
That's
So, but in the Asian, I just have the heavyweight champion. That's it. And the tag team, I have the tag team. And it's Fuji and Saito are my tag team champions out there. And the um, heavyweight champion is Jay Briscoe, who passed away. He's a newer wrestler. The one thing, and I don't know if you'll use the newer wrestlers. Some of the newer wrestlers, they're like a lot of wrestlers now, not a lot, but few of them, they're much smaller than the wrestlers we grew up with. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Goes off like their popularity, whether they're liked or really hated. Do they bring in money, basically?
Back then, there wasn't as many as there are now either.
Yeah.
At least it felt that way.
Some of the newer wrestlers, I find like the Young Bucks are really hated. They're great heels. They flipped them good guy for a little while, and they're smallish guys. We're bigger than them. Believe me, I've seen them. We're bigger than them. But they're such a good fast tag team in the way wrestling is now. But I always toy with should I, like their pin ratings are 1 and 2, or like low. It's tough to pin them, and they go on a roll. Again, they're really lucky with the dice. And I always sat there and I said, should I not use those guys against? Like they beat the Road Warriors, and I was like, but that's you get a storyline. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So
What
you
title?
have a Texas belt,
Yeah,
and can anybody compete for that?
you have to be in Texas.
So you have to be from Texas. Okay.
But it doesn't. I can say you moved to Texas. So far, I've used all.
So
Texas.
so let's just say I brought in Sergeant Slaughter from Paris Island, South Carolina, and he played somebody from Texas. Would you like maybe drop the pin down a little bit from somebody from Texas to make it a little harder for him?
What I've done is like I said with the Von Erichs, I haven't because Dusty Rhodes. Who holds that now? I have to go back and look. Is it Dusty Rhodes? I think Dusty Rhodes holds it. Anyway, but the Von Erichs I always drop their pin lower because if they're in Texas. And the whole thing is Fritz Von Erich, the father, he doesn't like to have anyone defend. Like he'll let them go wrestle when I do it in my head. They can go wrestle elsewhere, but he's like, the title's not at stake. So if they beat him, they have to come back to Texas.
Oh.
So I've made it's just something fun.
I used to hate that the non-title matches, and you'd beat the champ, and it wouldn't count. I'm like, oh, come on!
I know all the things I hated as a kid, and I do it as a promoter. But what I've also done, which is fun, because I do have a lot of sets that I've bought from Filsinger and other ones that I have found online, and I've done like family feuds, like the Von Erichs against the Hart, Stu Hart, Bret Hart, Owen Hart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I've done that offline. It's kind of fun. And I've teamed the other thing, and any wrestling, whatever game you play, you enjoy, play it. I'm not telling anyone to buy anything. I enjoy several wrestling games. What I like about this game, what got me, I would watch Dave Little do it, right? I kept going, "That's interesting," but it was the artwork of the cards.
Yeah, that is
God,
very
I love
nice.
that
Yeah,
artwork.
yeah.
And the starter set, you get, I wanna say, what do you get, 20 cards? You get more than your 16, maybe it's 16,
I think it
something.
is 16. Yeah,
It's
there's a lot.
it's doubled than what, because I think the most sets are 8.
And just about everybody you know too.
Yeah, and it was fun.
They're pretty good names.
And
Yeah.
I was like, "Okay." And it's quick learn, and I bought a few more. But what I like about this game is you can do whatever you want. I can take two guys who are hated, rivals, and I can sit there and come up with a storyline and say, well, now they're tag team partners. And it's been done in wrestling a few times.
I played the Downey Ultra Quick Wrestling.
How did you like? I've watched that. I've watched.
It's kind of so each guy's got a rating, and you roll the dice for some pre-match stuff and see how they did on the interview, and so you're just adding and subtracting points to their rating, and then you roll, and I think it's like a 0 to 1,000 number. So after you're done figuring out what you figure out what the final roll is going to be to determine a winner.
The other
So you don't go back and forth like this. This is what make this one's fun. Is you go back and forth and
yeah,
back and forth, and you get that flow. This one's kind of like what are they rating? What happens before the match? How the interview go? How the match go? And roll for a winner, and so you just got the winner. It's almost like I say it's a final score type of thing.
yeah, because I
But
have the I've played the Downey, one of the versions of the Downey boxing game. It's interesting. It's fun.
what was fun though is I did a match. I think I had Stone Cold and I don't know, maybe it was a Rock. I forget who was in the Federation that they had. And the post match roll said that these two guys had to work together in a tag team match for somebody.
And they really did. That was one of the storylines that actually happened, where they teamed up to
So
take out
I
the
thought
other.
about like pulling out that Downey game and doing stuff like that to see if I could add some more roles into this game
You
as
can
far
do
as
that. You mean like use their sort of charts
yeah,
to
use their
come up.
chat to say, hey, what happened afterward, or whatever. I mean,
There's I had the gentleman on when I used to do a lot of chats with Al. He has a wrestling game, and Pop's review would know, but it's really well done. It takes, how you make the pin rolls higher. You kind of have to do that with his game. It's basically hit points, and you wear the guy down. And if I could remember the game, which is over here and I can't find it, but it's an excellent game too. That's a fun wrestling game. But again, he does things where you can't match up. If the people never tag team together, you can't tag team together, which I get,
oh
because
yeah.
he's rating it by how they did in real life, we'll say. But what I like about Filsinger is you're the promoter. You can do whatever you want.
I like how they keep saying that in the book. It's like your way, play it your way, and this is how do it. But whatever you want to do, and I really do like that.
You said you used a decider die. What did you?
Okay, so when I was playing, when you when you leave the ring, I rolled the decider die to see if they'd leave the ring. So I just gave him a 50-50 chance of like, so like Snooker was down. Does he want to leave the ring or not? And we played last night. It was the Valentine Snooker match. He kept throwing Snooker out of the ring and it wasn't going well for him. So when Snooker went down, was like, well, there's no sense leading the ring because it's going to just end poorly for him, or whatever it was. So we just kind of did that. But it's a big sandbox. I enjoy quite a bit of what the game has to offer. I like that, like I say, this little companion book here has got a whole bunch of ideas for games and commissioners that I haven't even dug into that yet.
There's specialty matches too.
Yeah, well, I was going to ask you about that. Have you done any like the rumbles or anything beyond 1v1 or 2v2?
I've done the gauntlet match, which is basically how it went. Bob Backlund has to wrestle 4 Von Erichs. So whatever fatigues on Backlund, it continues. Then a fresh Von Erich comes in. So as soon as he lose again, he beat 4 Von Erichs, I was like, wow. And but so that's my own, but it's still basically 1 versus 1. I've done 6-man tag teams the way a tag team would go. I've done eliminations. I've done Wrestling's Finest is a PC game with yes, Wrestling's Fine. I'm talking about there's a card and dice game which I have here somewhere and I can't find it now, or I'd say. But yeah, I've not done you can do battle royals. I think it's in that book how to
How
do a
how
battle.
how how difficult is that? If you got 8 guys in the ring, I mean,
That's why to me it's I've thought about fooling around because I could come up with a way to do a battle royal. You know, um it would be it I like the way I do stuff like that. I do a gauntlet match. I really did enjoy the gauntlet matches.
so they do have a battle royal in here.
Now, how do they do? I'm just curious. I think Dave Little someone did a battle royal. I watched it.
Okay, so no one allowed at ringside. There's no disqualifications or count out. Decide on a way to determine which wrestler rolls first on offense. He can attack anybody he wants, rolling on
Okay,
level 2, assuming the other wrestlers are fighting amongst themselves at the time.
okay, that makes sense. I'm just curious how they did it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
When a wrestler is dazed, hurt, or down, you can have anyone attack him. Interesting.
How do you determine who goes though? You just pick somebody.
It said decide on a way.
And you're the promoter. So
Yep. A wrestler is considered to be eliminated when he is thrown out of the ring
oh,
or when he successfully pinned or submits, assuming he is thrown out of the ring.
yeah. So if you get like the automatic pin roll and it happens, it's the guy's getting thrown out of the ring. That makes sense. Makes sense.
So there's a chart here, and okay, so if there's 3 wrestlers left, there's a whole chart here and determining who's going to do what.
Is it this one here?
But that is super. I'm kind of loving this little book here. I'll entertain the crowd for 1 second. I'm going to grab another drink.
Okay. So Uncle Dave Gardner is going to go get a beverage. And if anyone can remember the other wrestling game, I'm trying to find it. But what I do like about Filsinger is you could do whatever you want. And that's wrestling. That's fun. I play wrestling. Tom Vogel's Wrestling's Finest, excellent game. I play Superstar Wrestling, another PC game, excellent game. And I play this other game. I wish I could remember the name. And basically, it has hit points. I have it somewhere. I know as soon as we stop this, I will find it. And basically, if Pop's review is here, he would know the game like that, but he must have left. And basically, each wrestler starts off with hit points. Squared circle. Thank you. Thank you, Crew Fan 68. Fun game, squared circle. And what I learned to do when I'm playing that, Pop's review is still here, squared circle. I change the points. I make the points lower. But that's a very fun game, plays very logical. Great charts, too. The squared circle, that's the one.
I have that one, and ST's supposed to come on and show me how to play.
That's it.
Yeah, he's supposed to show me how to play that one there.
I recommend watching Pop's review videos. Very good. Tutorials are excellent that he did on the squared circle. Fun game.
What he did with that, Al, is he watched hours and hours of wrestling footage to see what they did for moves, and he put them into his wrestling game. So it's authentic to it. It's not just everyone doing the same moves.
I have to tell you, it plays very logical and fun. What I did, because I didn't want to print everything, I used like a snippet tool, and I put it on an Excel or whatever. I use Excel. I just put it on there, and then I roll the dice the other way, and it keeps track of that. But it's a fun game. I had a match between Kerry Von Erich. You want to talk about going forever?
Really?
I did a Texas Championship match from Dallas Stadium. Kerry Von Erich versus Dusty Rhodes. And I used all the points, right? Thinking, well, it's going to... I streamed for over 2 hours. At the end, I'm praying for someone to get pinned. It was a great match, though, but it's just like, it's a little too long.
It's kind of like a 14-inning baseball game at midnight when you just want to get a quick game in.
Yeah. Oh. You know, it's funny you say that because
I putting Ghost Runners on third, 2 Ghost Runners on third. I
you
just
know, if
want to
you're
get
not
the game over
streaming,
with.
right? It doesn't. You just walk away, and I'm like, oh, I feel like streaming a game, just because it might relax me or something, right? And they say, really, 18 innings? I don't
Oh,
want this. Be like, but yeah, squared circle is another fun one. They have great charts. That's what I want to do. I gotta try that to try to encompass some of those charts into Filsingers. They have a great okay. So say Ric Flair's playing against Andre the Giant, wrestling playing in a match against Andre the Giant. There are certain things you can't do to Andre the Giant, right? So anything I usually used to always say, Ric Flair's attacking the legs. I didn't do I'm like, he can't do that to Andre.
yeah.
So that's the only thing. You're the promoter. But yes, it's a very fun game, crew. Fan 68.
I still can't believe that Hogan slammed Andre. How do you pick him up? The strength he must have had to.
He has to let you pick him up.
Oh yeah, well yeah,
And then no, but you're right. Just straight. And there's a great YouTube video of all the times Andre's gotten slammed. Harley Race slammed him too.
oh
Great. You can
really?
look up Harley Race, Andre the Giants on YouTube. It's from Houston. They're down in Houston. They did a best 2 out of 3 match for the championship of the world. Of course, 1-1 double disqualification. But
Right,
it's a
yeah.
fun match to watch. And he picked him up and he slammed him.
Oh wow,
There's a great YouTube video that has everyone who's ever slammed Andre. Like Hogan slammed Andre when he was a bad guy.
yeah.
And it was, I mean, when Hogan was a bad guy, and
I
Andre,
remember the Saturday morning wrestling,
yep,
and it was just bare bones, just as bare bones, no
studios,
music, no nothing. It was just as bare bones, boring, and that's what we had as kids because that was wrestling. And I
they
remember
give you
one.
they give you one sort of decent match at the end.
Yeah, there was all these people. He did a Barry Hart every Saturday. Barry Hart wrestled, right? And I got him confused with Greg Valentine because Valentine and Hart, but Barry Hart never won. Um, and anyway, Andre come out one week and it was a handicap match. He
Loved the handicap match when I was a kid.
wrestled 2 guys.
And you squish him, he'd squish him.
Yeah, he put them both in the corner, back him in there. He'd also the finishing move. He slammed one guy, slammed the other guy on top of the other guy, and sat on him. That was how he pinned him. But the next week they come back and one of the guys took on Andre the Giant. I'm like, you and someone else couldn't beat him. Why would you come back and take him on one-on-one? He said they're stretching out it's like you gotta get murdered. Andre's gonna destroy you, man. Oh man, it's a good time. So ST made changes to the game so it doesn't play forever. And Pop said he's made some of his home brew. I'm looking forward to doing it. I gotta get him on.
If someone's interested in the squared circle, I highly recommend Pop's reviews tutorials on it and his changes. Yeah, Tom Vogel's game is $100, but let me tell you this. And now again, I'm not telling you to buy anything. I have enjoyed that game thoroughly. You get thousands upon thousands of wrestlers
Oh, nice.
for one price. One price. You pay, you get all the wrestlers. Updates are free. I don't know if he still does updates. I believe his brother passed away. I'm pretty sure of that, and it kind of him and his brother, that was their thing they did together. But it's a very logical game. It's fun. Singles, I tell you what, you talk about battle royals. That's one of the funnest things to play in Tom Vogel's.
Really?
It has the percentage chart. Like it comes up. It's
Nice.
awesome. I've had fun with that with a federation where Frank Williams somehow, I literally put John Studd because I was like, I want to build up John Studd. So I'm going to let him just wipe out all these guys. They're all like ham and eggers, right? And I did a 20-man battle royal. John Studd should kill all of these guys. Somehow they got him out of the ring.
Pick 2 guys picking him up,
And I went, holy cow. It came down to Frank Williams, who I never saw win a match in my whole life, and another, oh God, who was it? A guy who was a little better than him. And Frank Williams had a 5% chance of winning. And, you just do the little computer dice roll. I started laughing. So the storyline I came up with that was, well, Frank Williams, now he gets a title shot, right? So what he would do to make money was he would sell that, even though he still controlled it, he would sell the title shot to different wrestlers.
Oh.
But he still had the title, so he could. And then I even tried to get him a title win by having people interfere in his match. He couldn't win, but it was fun. That was a fun little game. That was fun.
Bob comes by as we're talking. He goes, "If you like Backlund era wrestling, which I do, I just don't like Backlund." But would you recommend Squared Circle or Filsinger's Legend of Wrestling? They're very different games, but now I haven't played the Squared Circle, but I did watch Pops and a couple other people play it. The Filsinger
It's
is it's
quicker to understand, I think.
easier and quick because it's just back and forth. There's 3 levels, and you roll to see what you're trying to do, and you see how the wrestler defends it, and then eventually you get down to level 3 where you can start pinning guys and put them in submission. It's a little bit more than that, but that's kind of the way it goes. In the
no, you explained it excellent. The squared circle is, again, hit points, like a boxing game. He does
Right.
it like a boxing game. You have to wear your opponent down, but they start with such high points. But you can take that points, right? And you can reduce it in half. And it still gives whoever is the better wrestler,
Mhm.
the more hit points.
Yeah.
But it's a fun game. I haven't played in a while. And again, the way I play it, I didn't print everything. It's a unique way, the way he does it. It's like in a book format.
Yeah.
And what I do is I bought the PDFs and I just use a snippet tool and I put it on Excel, so I've, because Pop's review gets the PDFs and the book. The books are beautiful, by the way. But again, it's a real book, and it's kind of, you'd have to go flip back and forth,
Yeah, that's the only thing about the hardcover book. It's gorgeous, but
It is gorgeous.
but if you want to wrestle, you got to either
Well,
rip
to
the
me,
page
this
out
is
of the
my
book.
opinion.
Yeah,
That's
so
that's why I get the PDF and
get both. So you have the really nice book, but then the PDF you can just kind of print out what you need.
Pop's review gets both. He gets, because he loves collecting the books.
Yep.
And he gets the PDFs.
Yep.
I just get
Nice.
the PDFs.
And Mike comes by. Mike, your ref ball was in full display in that first game tonight between Buffalo and Denver, because obviously if you catch the ball and are downed and the defender takes it away from you, it's an interception. And if that wasn't good enough, throwing 2 flags for pass interference in overtime to ensure the Denver win is definitely ref ball in my book. I'm still not understanding that whole overtime.
Looking good for the Patriots, though, if they can win tomorrow.
Yeah,
Bo Nix is gone.
Yeah, that's sad to see. How do you get hurt in overtime?
I'm going to have to look at, because, again, he did the interview after the game. I was watching it. He looked fine.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I only see him from up, but he was smiling and laughing.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. Like I said, I've been on since the game ended, so I haven't really heard.
Crazy game.
Yeah.
What a game.
Wow. So here's some of the ideas that I'm having for my titles. Okay. So I got the we're gonna do the heavyweight champion, I guess it's called, right? That's the big
world title. They call
the world. Oh, I like that. So I'm gonna call that world title. So the world title champion. I have to have the Intercontinental Champion. I always thought that was a neat second tier belt, and that way there, you really could, have the people from all over the world wrestle for the Intercontinental title. I mean, Pedro Morales had it for 1,000 years.
Patterson, the first Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah. Did you ever see the videos on YouTube that somebody did, and it shows you the very first champion all the way?
Those are fun.
They're like 20 minutes long.
Yeah.
And it's just like, here's this guy, and he had it for like 37 days. And then it was like, this guy won it here in January or whatever. And he had it for a year.
Held that title pretty long in the WWF? Honky Tonk Man.
That's right. He
was a great heel. It was funny because he's another kind of fun interview. Like, they give these interviews, and he was saying how him and Bruno Sammartino came back to wrestle because of his son. His son wanted to break into wrestling, and part of it was to help his son. He goes to McMahon, fine, I'll come back and wrestle a bit. And he wrestled Honky Tonk Man a lot, like at the Philadelphia Spectrum, in Boston. And Honky Tonk Man goes, you think it was Hulk Hogan? He goes, we sold a lot of tickets. He goes, they're turning people. You can find the video from Boston Garden. The people are right on top, and they're going nuts.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like the greatest match, but it's because it's Bruno and Honky Tonk Man's just belittle. He goes, we had fun matches. He goes, but yeah, he held it 300. God, I can't remember how long, but he held it quite a long time.
Yeah, those videos there, they show how long you have it, and some of these guys had it for 2-3 years. Like Backlund was like, like 700 days or 900 days. It's like, oh my gosh,
You
Um,
know what? I have to say this though, because I was never a big Bob Backlund fan.
yeah, me
Um,
either.
if you go back and watch his matches, like they're good, solid matches. With he just
He had no
him
character.
and Greg Valentine had some really good
Yeah.
I've watched them. They're like from Madison Square Garden. They're on they're
I
good
I
matches.
just yeah, I just Sergeant Slaughter had some character. Jimmy
Yeah.
Snuka had some character. Andre was big, but
I would have going back now, looking back at things because I watch a lot of documentaries and I read some books and stuff. They should have kept the belt on superstar Billy Graham and flipped him to a good guy because fans were starting to cheer for him, even though he was a heel. He was the first. He says he was the first heel. Like if a fan cheered him, he didn't ignore them. He went like he would shake their hands or
yeah,
sign an
yeah,
autograph, and they go, "You can't do that." He goes, "Why?" He goes, "They're cheering me. I'm gonna." They're
yeah.
in this picture. He's in New York walking around, and there's like a couple of hundred, if not thousands of a couple or 1,500,000 people following him around. And they're taking pictures, like he's posing on top of these things with his shirt on. The fans wanted to flip him and they didn't want to do it. And he came up with the gimmick. He goes, because he was partners with not Volkov, Nikolai, we just Koloff. He was partners with one of the Russian guys, right? He goes, just have him turn on me. He goes, and then the people,
Yeah.
came up with it. He goes, just flip me. But I liked superstar Billy Graham.
Was he the guy that had the neck chop?
Oh, that's when he came back as the karate guy. That was horrible.
He's like, "Hiya!"
Yeah, you're right. He came back as the karate expert. I liked him when he was pumped up on steroids.
Bob Backlund and Don Morocco for an hour.
Oh yeah, they're good matches. You can find a lot of
Imagine
money.
wrestling an hour. That's a
That's hard.
long time. But
So you can have your world title.
yeah. So so Metal Man
Sorry.
says he's a Broncos fan. I'm sorry. Yeah, I never want to see anybody get hurt
No,
like that.
that stinks.
That's terrible. I wouldn't. I wouldn't want
No,
my
I don't want
quarterback.
to. I don't want to see him get hurt.
Yeah, that's terrible. So I'm gonna get my world title, my heavyweight champion, my intercontinental. Then after that, like again, I'm the same with you. It's like I don't want too many, but at the same time, it is fun having different things.
Like I said, I brought the TV title in because how can I put a belt on this guy?
Do you know what I just thought of tonight, and I'm just writing this down as we were talking, is because I do have some of the homebrew cards.
Yep.
And then I guess they're not really official. So I thought about a homebrew champ.
Well, that's cool. I like that.
So that way there, it's like, well, these are unofficial cards and they're just fan made.
I like that.
I could, but I think I did see I had Stone Cold in there. I haven't gone through the whole list yet because it was a pretty big list. But yeah, so I'm thinking about a homebrew champ, so it can do that. Also, I don't know if how much you've watched here on the channel, but Ken Maka of the 1980s Expos has kind of become a folk hero here on the channel, just by accident.
He became a manager too. Ken.
I was playing Strat baseball, and again,
I don't know, but I want to know about the Ken Maka story.
Okay, so here's the Ken Maka story. So I'm playing a game of 80s Strat baseball. Okay, I pulled out Strat baseball, played basic one night. I like basic Strat, and so I'm playing the Expos against Phillies, I think, and we're talking about like pinch hitting and pinch running or whatever we were doing, and so I needed a third baseman for some reason. I needed a third baseman. And so I took the I forget who the third baseman was in the Expos. Kirk something.
Wallach? Was it Wallach? Tim Wallach?
No, it wasn't Wallach. It was I can picture the guy's name, third baseman for the Expos that starts normally. But anyway, some reason he come out for some, and I forget what. So I had to put somebody in. Somebody pinch hit for him because he was playing bad. So I pinch hit for him. So I need a third baseman. And so I saw Ken Maka. And he was third base 5.
That's horrible. Range is horrible.
I didn't know.
It's horrible. That means
Parrish. That's who it was. Yeah, Parrish.
It was Larry Parrish. Okay.
Larry Parrish. So somehow I think I took him out because he was 0 for 4 hitting. Pinch hit, didn't do well. So I need a third baseman. So it was between two guys. It's like, oh, this Ken Mock is a 5. That's great. I didn't realize that 5 was bad at third base. Because
Yeah,
again, I hadn't played Strat in quite some time.
yeah.
And so I was okay. So we'll play Ken Mock. So as soon as I put him into the game, it was like, no, not him.
Not Ken
And
Mock.
I'm like, that's too bad. I've already wrote him on the list. He's playing the game. Don't you know that he gets a ball hit to him? It's an error check. And because he was a 5, that's the only
Right,
reason.
because you're playing basic. There's no E rating. So the 5 goes for the range and error.
And so
I remember.
5 was the only guy that made the play on that particular
Oh,
role.
really?
And he made the play. And so it was just like a total mistake. So Ken Maka come in and did the job.
Saved the game.
So then I started playing a couple of more Maka games. I played a game of Appa baseball, right?
Now, that's kind of funny. Not funny. That's not the right word. I don't mean it that way. But you played basic strat, and then you played like super or master. You like playing master Appa.
Yeah, I do. I still play the basic more because the master takes a long time.
I'm the opposite. I'll play advanced strat, and I love the basic Appa.
Oh, I love the basic Appa too.
It's so much fun.
The advanced, some reason the Appa engine works for me. I just understand it more. So that's why I play it more. Between the hockey, the football, baseball.
I don't mean to change. Finish the Ken Maka. I'll remember my thought. Don't worry.
All right. So we were talking. Well, let me write it down. So we were talking about what the Appa and Strat and stuff like that. Okay. So I don't say Strat Appa conversation. All right. So I pulled out some Appa basic and I found a game that Ken Maka played in. So I put him in there. Right. The team is stinking up the joint. Maka goes 3 for 4. And it's just unbelievable how he's doing. So every time he comes to the plate, like it made a big deal of it. The Marcus family's in attendance, and he's doing well. So the other night, I played a game of Appa Basic with Ken Mocker in there.
You had his family in attendance. See, I love saying stuff
because he didn't play many. He didn't start many games. He
was a backup player. Was he a cat? No,
third base. Third base.
That's right.
So I think he started like I don't know a dozen games or 15 games at third base, but he get into like 25 games. I could be very, but it was something like that.
Yeah, he's a utility.
So I had him on one of the games he started. I played him, right?
Yeah.
A couple of games. So the other night they had him on the channel, and the Expos were actually destroying this team. So it was a blowout. But anyway, so Maka comes up to the plate, and it's like the 8th inning, and I think they hit around like 2 times in this inning. It was incredible that the inning the Expos had. So Maka comes up with guys on base, and I roll a 66. So it's a 0.
Is it a reroll or a 1?
It's a 0. It's a 0. So it's a
reroll. Yeah. Did you roll it again?
66 again. Freaking Maka hits the 3-run homer, I think it was.
Bippity, boppity, boo.
And it's just like this guy just does incredible on my channel. So here's a guy I didn't know. I put him in by mistake, and we just tried to have fun with it. We just went with the storyline. And so now I put him on as much as I can because I love the 80 season. So I grab the Expos, and any game that Maka's in, he gets in and he does well.
That's funny.
So Ken Maka was an unknown to me. Okay, so he's an unknown guy, and he's just become a
is the title going to be the Ken Maka title or the Maka title?
It's going to be the Ken Maka title, and it's going to be for all the wrestlers I don't know, all the unknowns.
I love it. It makes sense.
Because I get all these wrestlers like the Verkanoodle guy there. All these guys I just don't know. I've never heard of them. And I don't know disrespect. I just don't know them.
But people have to understand is we had WWWF. That's what we got. If you didn't have
Saturday morning, you get 5 matches. Yeah.
There's squash matches.
Yeah. And so I thought it'd be fun to just so that way there I can involve all the wrestlers that I don't know, and I can have a title for them.
I love it. I like it.
Now while I was just thinking this too, okay, on top of that awful TV title, which I always thought was
it is horrible.
Imagine being the TV title.
TV title was the funny one because it's for TV time. That's how did they put it? With TV time remaining, I would look at the clock and go, "There's 2 there's 2 minutes. 2 minutes."
It's I know it's just like I don't know what it was, but or the Friday night champ, but it just seemed like to be very gratuitous. I don't know what the word is. It just
I
it,
remember. So it was the NWA that had the the TBS NWA. Then it turned to WCW. But I remember it was like Tully Blanchard, and like he never, and he was a good wrestler. Don't get me wrong, but it was like, and the TV time ran out. I'm like, but there's only 2 minutes left.
I
Of
know,
course,
right?
the TV time's gonna run out.
Oh man. So I thought it was like going so the TV title, which I thought was just kind of just like, yeah, geez, yeah, I'm the TV title. It's like, hey, you know, yeah, here's a championship belt for being first to work every day this week. You know what I mean? Just I don't. So on the heels of that, while we were talking, I thought about having a streaming
I
title
like it.
champ.
I like it. I
So
like
it
it.
I will
You're
not
going more
play,
modern. I like that.
and no matches will be done offline. It's just we're gonna pick a couple
Got it.
guys,
It's
and
gotta be
we'll
on.
have a
Gotta be
streaming title
streaming.
champ, and just you know, that'll be part of the card that I do a card, and so
I like it.
so I'm just trying to come up with some fun things, you
Now,
know.
here's my problem with the game, and I don't mean playing. I mean, the game's fun. I have all these wrestlers, and I'm always trying to. Oh God, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? One fall to the curfew. I'm always trying to sit there and go. I'm limiting my promotion because I'm like I've got hundreds of cards, no lie, and I I'm like I want to get them all in. I want to get them all in.
Yeah. And you can't what you want. So that's like,
Oh, you
I don't want 100 titles, but I get 5 here now. The
you
world
have
title,
tag
intercontinental,
team yet?
the
You have
homebrew,
tag team?
the Ken Maka, the streaming oh, and the tag team. Yeah, it'll be 6, yeah.
World tag team. Yeah.
Yeah, so I got to get the tag team on there
I
as
also
well.
have a 6-man tag team title.
Now, I do have a couple of tag team like I had no idea the Love Brothers, the Love
They're
Connection.
awesome.
I
They're
never
my
knew them. I
they're
never
my
knew them.
tag team champions.
The TV tag team.
This is it's like a minor portion of my federation, and it's out of Boston. It's out of the New England area. So I try to get all New England wrestlers, but they're heels, but they're like if they're in the right part, like if they're wrestling like near the Boston area, they're sort of. But yeah, I never heard of them either until I bought them, and I'm reading the book. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
did too. And I was like, "Oh my god,
like
this is
this
a tag team?"
they're like
I had no idea that
they're like violent hippies.
the British Bulldogs were Davy Boy, and
Dynamite Kid.
I didn't know that. I've heard of the British Bulldogs, but I didn't know their names.
Boy
I
and
have them
Davey
too.
Boy Smith and the Dynamite Kid. The first time I saw them, I was like, "Holy cow!" Because they did a lot of high flying stuff, which was not what was done, you know, in the WWF.
Yeah, the Maka title belts will be live. Yes, I'll have most of my title belts live. I'll have to pick a night and do that. I did my first 4 matches, which I read to you there. So I created a little PowerPoint thing and I posted that online, and I put that in the Filsinger game too.
Are you just gonna take 2 guys and wrestle for the title? That's what I did.
Well, what I'm doing right now is I'm playing a lot of preliminary
Yeah.
matches, and so I'm getting some winners and some losers. And so the first 4 matches I did were in Portland, Maine, at a at an outdoor
Like a
event.
fair.
Like a fair. Yes, it was like an outdoor fair. So I just started my federation, and I had 4 matches at this fair, and then I had 1, 2, 3. I had 4 more matches. Um, and I got to figure out where I'm going to put them. But eventually, I'll get to more and more and more. And so, but
You have so you got the starter set, that's 16. You got 2 more sets, it's another. So
I have
you got
the
30.
starters. Yeah, so I got the starter set.
That's 16.
I have expansion pack 2, expansion pack 6, and expansion pack 10. So
That's
I have
yeah.
then the 2 I got tonight. The what are they called? The Theraz, the Tragos Thez sets 2 and 3.
Yeah, the Hall of Fame.
So I had 50 wrestlers, and now I've added another 16.
I tell you, sometimes I just get cards. I say I'm not going to use up. I just love the artwork.
Yeah.
It was I'm trying to remember when we had Todd on. I want to get this story as good as I can remember it. I think Filsinger, and if Dave Little's still here, I think they approached like the WW or no, I think the WWF tried to sue them or something. I'm trying to remember I'd have to go back and look at the when we had Dave Little and Todd on, who I didn't know was no longer affiliated with Phil Singer, but still in part of the community. Really nice person. Um, but I think it was them, yeah, that they're like, you can't do this, you can't do that. Um, but that's why they get written permission. You
Yeah,
don't see certain wrestlers, and you have to try to get bootlegs of them.
yeah, that's what it was. Yes, you can do battle royals. Um,
Yeah,
again,
Dave's got the book.
yeah. So I bought. Well, I didn't buy. I was given this ringside companion, and this is like chock full of stuff. A stretcher match, a table match, and it just gives you some guidelines on how to do it.
Do they have the
Um,
death? Do they have what's it called? Is it death match? Not the last man. Oh, that's not what it's
Coffin. They
called.
got a coffin match, a
Coffin
dog
match.
collar match. I quit first.
That's it.
Gauntlet
How do they
battle
do?
royal.
How do they do the I quit match? Out of curiosity,
Let's see
is it you
here.
have to wear the guy down like till he gets to 12 points? I'm just
Um,
curious. You don't
this
have to.
ma- well, it says this match can be in a steel cage or under Texas death match
Okay.
rules.
Okay.
Pinfalls and submissions do not count.
Okay. All right.
If you roll your pin and your pin, add two to your pin or cage rating. If you roll the not pin, you add one. So, um,
Is it to whoever gets a 12?
once your opponent pin reaches 10,
Oh, 10.
you roll the I quit chart, which is in the book here.
Okay.
So
So
this,
it's not okay. Cool.
yeah. Um, so if you pin him, then you're adding to that. So it keeps going up and up and up. So yeah, so the I quit match is in here. There's a little roll at the end for commissioners if you want to have commissioners. You get the injury chart, which is kind of neat because you can add one to your pin rating if you're injured, or the turnbuckle and the ropes rating get worse by one. So if you wanted to do that, you
It,
could. You
it,
got a
it's
guest referee chart. Male versus female wrestling. So maybe I could take one of the jobbers and have my one female wrestle him. It's just yeah, it's a wa- a walk the plank match. I mean, it's well
I've never heard of that
that's
one.
that's the space cosmic group there, the
Oh,
galaxy
is it? Yeah. Well, yeah. And again,
zero gravity platform match. You can really have some fun with this. Let me
oh, it's a
tell you.
fun game. I liked Dave Little told that story when he was in like a federation with other people, and he traded wrestlers. He had said he had told that story when we had Todd on too, and I just loved it. Like he had a group of guys, and he called them like the I forgot what he called, but like because they're all big guys. Uh, yeah, right. Todd. It was a side gig for him because he has a real job. So, but Todd's very nice.
Mm. But this is funny. Like I say, this is something I saw. Dave Little showed me this in a D2D-Con last May, and I was like, I got to check this out. And then I talked about it on the show, and a listener of the show contacted me and says, "Hey, I'm not using this. Would you like it?" And he sent me a huge package with everything in there. And so I'm enjoying that. So I just finally started to play a little bit. Boy, this is a lot more fun than I thought it was.
Yeah,
'Cause-
because the fun part is just again, if you don't like wrestling or never liked wrestling, this game
yeah,
probably is not for you.
right,
Before you
exactly.
leave, comment. Not that someone else later on. And guess what? We know it's fake. Okay, or predetermined. What this is you could be the promoter, the booker. You can go you can have an upset and decide I want to run with this. This guy shouldn't have won. Just like when I did the Giant and the Jobber, I go, that'd be kind of funny to put Andre the Giant with like a guy who rarely won a match. And they beat the Road Warriors. And then they beat another team. They beat Beefcake and Greg the Hammer Valentine. And then they're wrestling the freaking Young Bucks for the vacant title. Wide load. Yeah, thanks. That's cool. And the Young Bucks beat them because they were able to keep rods in the ring and they pinned them. So,
Roger says WWF had an RPG in the mid '90s with hit points. I don't
yep.
remember that.
Yeah. You can online, you can like if you go to eBay, there's all kinds, there's a few different wrestling games. Appa had a wrestling game. I've seen it. I almost pulled the trigger, but they're fake. I know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I know wrestling. I have to have the real
Yeah,
name.
I'm the same way. There's some
I'm
things.
sorry. I have to have the real names.
Yeah, I just want to play with the guys I know. I get it,
You know, but
Um,
the Appa thing was I. It was interesting. I have to have the real names. Appa. There's a game baseball I never thought I'd like, and it's like it has grown on me. The Appa basic game has grown on me so much. They are when people say you start remembering things,
mhm,
you just do,
yeah.
and the game plays
I'm
quick.
glad you started playing that because I know that like that was one of the last baseball games that you played. You played a
Yeah,
lot of games, and that's one that never made the table.
I have
Um,
so many seasons I have bought off eBay just because you. I'm not. Listen, some people put stuff up on eBay with crazy prices. I don't buy
oh
it.
yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah,
If you're gonna if it's like $30 or for anywhere from 40 down, something
yeah.
like that, I'm sitting there going, I pretty much have all the 70s and 80s now, and I'm good. Now I'm good.
Well, the thing is with Appa,
And I
compared to
just
some,
picked up the 2025 from Appa, because the Red Sox, I love Garrett Crochet, and they had a fun team last year. I was like, I didn't get the extra players. I just got I think it comes with, I think it's 26 or 30.
yeah, it's a lot of them,
I
yeah.
think it's 30.
I think you get 900 cards or something
It's
like
30.
that.
You're right. It's not, it's 30. And that's enough.
And if you want the extras, you grab them at some point. You know what I mean?
No,
Um,
so I do purchase from Appa. I picked up some Super Bowl sets. I got
yeah, I
the
did too. Yeah, yeah.
2007 the undefeated Patriots. I'm very excited about that. I haven't played them yet. I
The
picked
thing
up.
about Appa on eBay is because
You
Appa
got to be
has,
careful. I'm just telling you. Be
but
careful.
because Appa has all the seasons in stock,
Yeah.
there's really not a
No,
mocked up black market for it like some other games. I
no,
mean,
but
so
people
so
charge
people sell them below
ridiculous
cost because if you're going to try to sell this to me for $100 and I can
Why
buy
would
them
I
for
do that?
90
I
new,
can get it.
exactly. So if you sell them for 70 and I can save $20, I'll take a chance,
I've done
maybe.
that. I've taken shots at that too.
Yep, yep.
I picked up. I tell you what I like about the new APA cards, because I also have some World Series sets. I like that the stats are on them. I mean, I know a lot about old baseball, so and then you can go to Baseball Reference and look. But I like the stats on them.
I love the cards because they're brighter. They're
Yep,
nice, bright
the
white.
new ones.
Yeah, the new sets. I like that. It's got the team name and the year and the stats on
Oh,
there too. I like all that,
that
and I
that
and I love the master symbols on there, the master ratings too, because I started to play the master. I play mostly basic still, but I do like the master. And
isn't it amazing with the basic though? Sorry to interrupt, Dave.
oh, it does, yeah.
That that how it works. It works so well
But
because stuff happens. I'm like, oh my god! I remember when Carlton Fisk got picked off to end a game, and I was playing a game. I'm like, he got picked off to end. Why, Carlton? Are you leading?
oh yeah, I've had that too. Yeah, they weave some of that stuff in the scene. Let me tell you, the master game. Why I like the master game
Yes.
is the stealing. That's the first thing. Is
Yeah,
this
that would
there's a
make sense to
there's a
me.
chart that you have in the master game, and everyone has a steal rating and a speed. And so what it does is on the steal rating, like A, B, C, D, E, F, there's a chart you look at, and it tells you when this guy can steal.
Do you do a hybrid of basic and like say? Do you do everything master, or do you
When
take
I play master, I try to play everything master
everything?
because
See,
it's still 60-70% basic. It
really,
really is. When there's no one on base, it's pretty much basic. So I do like how that when you got a guy on base, the stealing, it's not just like he does or he doesn't in the book. It's like you can choose if he's going to steal, and then the pitcher's hold rating and the catcher's arm and the steal speed comes into play. It all comes into play. I really like that.
so
I like how the pitchers, instead of A B C D, they're now 1 to 30,
what,
and the batters have a left right split. And depending on how they did against those pitchers. So let's just say the pitcher's 7,
yeah,
okay, and
is that good? Is a 7 good?
well, 30 is the best.
So
but
7.
it's rare to get up over 10 usually.
Oh, okay. So
Okay.
30 would be like Bob Gibson,
Oh my gosh, yeah.
1961.
30 you would have to have some kind of help to get there. So anyway, let's just say that you're a 7 pitcher, okay? Or, whatever it is. That's okay. That's probably like BC, I think.
Right.
And so you're a righty and you're facing a righty, and so you look at the righty card and he is um not good against the righty pitcher. So he'll be a -5. So that -5 and now he's 12 as a pitcher. So now he's a better pitcher against this
Against
guy.
that. Okay.
Yeah. Now, but let's just say that the batter's good against righties. So against the righty, he's +4. So now that 7 drops all the way down to a 3. So there's more variables than just A, B,
Chart?
C, D. So
Must be
there is a different chart that you roll. So how like an 8, let's say, depending on the pitcher, an 8 can be a single or it's a fly out the center.
Yeah.
So like C's and D's, it's a single. A's and B's, it's an out.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
it's the
dreaded,
same.
dreaded 8 for all.
Oh, I hate when I get an 8. Oh, it's just hit the center.
Oh, it's an A or B pitcher. Yeah.
But in this one, where the batters have the lefty righty splits, and sometimes they can be significant
Okay.
either way to sway how that pitcher is. And this you go to the chart and you get that 8. You look to see what that final pitcher rating is after you combine it with a batter, and sometimes they don't take it away, and sometimes they do. So there's more. It's more. It's not as compact. It feels spread out.
I don't know if I would ever. I mean, at some point, I probably will try Master, but I just love the basic game so
Oh yeah,
much.
yeah. Oh, absolutely.
And
That's what I play 90% of.
what I loved about APA, I love pitching ratings. I just love it. I love what a pitcher can do. I'm pretty sure I play it right. That your pitcher could be. Sometimes you have a D pitcher in basic, right? And it's just the rolls are right. So he gets through 5 innings.
Oh yeah,
And he goes to a C. And then he gets through the 6th, and now he's a B. And you're sitting there going, he's having a good day.
yeah. No, the with the APA, the Master, I like how you get the lefty righty splits, and that can really slide the scale of the pitcher.
Right.
The stealing, I really do like. The other thing that's neat is the base running. Is that now instead of just telling you what happens, is with every hit with a man on base, you get a hit value number, and sometimes there's more than one, and you roll the dice to see where it is. And so, pitcher a hit into center field, let's say, and you roll the dice, that number could be 35, could be 38, could be 41. So that talks about how far you hit it and how far away from the fielder you hit it.
Oh, that's interesting.
So then what happens is so now you see if the runner's going to take the extra base or not. So he hits it in the center field for a single. Guy on second coming around third, you got to play at the plate. It's not automatic. You look to see where it was hit. You're hoping for the higher number for the runner. So you take that number, the runner's speed, subtract the outfielder's arm, and that's how many chances he gets on an 11 to 66 roll. So there's 36 chances. So if by chance the runner's got like a 15 speed and you hit it, 50, now you're up at 65, and Mickey Rivers is out there with a small arm, and your number is greater than 36, he automatically scores. Okay. Sometimes you'll have, it'll be like a 34 or 35 out of 36. You're like, well, the only way he's out is if I roll 65 or 66. So I'm going to let him score and throw in. So all that comes into play. I love that.
Cool.
And to a point where I was playing the Reds one time. I think I was playing the 76, 77 Reds, whatever it was. And I got a fast guy. I don't know if it was a Dreesen or something like that on or Concepcion or something like that.
Yeah.
Fast guy on first base. And I hit it a ton into right field, and I think I had 2 outs. So I take the big hit, I add something for the 2 outs.
Yep.
I add his speed. So he goes from first to third automatically because, on a single, he gets the second. When I did the math, it was greater than 36, so there's no way he can throw out at third because, again, 36 chances. If it's greater than 36, he's automatically in. I think I had 46. was my number, 46 chances. So what that means is he takes third, you subtract the 36, he still got 10 chances if you want to try to send him an extra base.
So when you say 10 chances, when you roll on a chart or the
Well, it's 11 to 36. That's
okay.
I'm sorry, 11 to 66. So that's 36 chances.
Right. No, that part. No, I get that.
Yeah.
But when you're
So
rolling the red and white die again, are you looking at his card, or are you just taking his speed rating or whatever, and you
yeah,
look
so
at
you're
the
looking
chart?
at where the ball was hit
Yep.
and
How
his
about that?
speed rating, and then you subtract the arm of the outfielder, and
Right.
that gives you a number.
And then you go to a chart.
Yeah, so that's how
Okay,
many
I got
chances. Yeah, so
got it. No,
the higher the numbers for the speed and where the ball was hit, that's how many chances.
yeah,
And then the arm of the outfield, like Dwight Evans, you don't.
brings it down.
Yeah, yeah. So let's say Dwight Evans has a 37 arm. That's 37 chances you're taking away
Got
whenever
it.
that number was.
Okay. I've seen, because I do have newer cards, the World
Oh,
Series sets, and I was trying to wonder what that
it
meant.
is just, yeah, I love that. So pitch this. I get a fast guy on first. I hit a single in the right field with 2 outs. He automatically gets the extra base to third. And how the rules are written, because I had 46 chances to get the
You have 10
third base,
leftover chances.
I have 10 leftover
Okay.
chances.
I,
So
I,
that 10 leftover chances is 11 to 24 or something like that, because it's 11 to 16 is 6, 11 to 26 is 12. So yeah, 11 to 24. Okay.
so a basic concept of this in my head. We'll use Dwight Evans. Just say you have 40 chances to advance. I'm not,
Yeah.
after you. He's a 37. That means you only have 3, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Got it.
Yeah. 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 So
I
yeah.
understand the
Yeah.
concept.
And now, so left field, like when you hit the left field, you're gonna get, very low numbers
Yeah.
because it's left field. Whereas right field, the numbers are a lot higher. So picture this. So again, I got that fast guy on first base for the Reds. He automatically gets to third, and I think I was winning by 6 runs. And it was late in the game. I said, I'm going to send him home. I got only a tiny chance of getting him home, but the idea that I could still send him home from first base, I thought was super cool.
No, that's
Because no other game, I don't think, can do that. I mean, you get the 1 base or the 2 bases. I'm trying to score 3 bases on a single to right. I took a chance. I just thought it was so cool that I could do that.
to have fun,
It was just so cool. And he was out. I threw him out,
Yeah.
but it was just the idea that we're up by 6. Why not send him home? How cool would it be is if he scored from first base on a single in the right, down the line or in the gap or whatever it was.
So similar concept, different game, strat.
Mhm.
I started using the super advanced stealing because I was playing it offline. I go, let me look at this. And I watch a lot of Tribes fan, Tim's channel,
Mhm.
baseball fan. I still call him Tribes fan, and other people who play strat too. I'm sitting there going, I got the book right. I can sit there and go, wow, that's an interesting. It's the same thing. Like if it's between this number and that number, you can get your lead. And
Mhm.
but I only use that in super advanced because I like that. You don't have to, so I use advanced, and then I just use that one
Super
super.
for that, yeah. The other thing I like about the app of Master is the fielding. So
Okay.
if you
How much snow did you get? I
we
want to
just
ask.
had like maybe an inch. We didn't get much
We
right
have
now.
a 5. I didn't get
Yeah,
it twice.
yeah, you guys get more than we do. Well, in fact, we're supposed to get some more tomorrow, but I don't know how much it's going to be. Right now, it's just kind of an icy, sloppy mess. So,
Anyway, sorry.
um,
I wanted to ask you that. I forgot.
yeah, we didn't get much. So the other thing I really like is the fielding. So when you have a ball hit, uh, and you know how the field has got different ratings. There's a chart now that you roll, and so you know how you get fielding like 1, 2, or 3 in APA. Okay, and
Outfielder. Yep.
it tells you what chart to look at. So
Yep.
now when
Oh, you
there's
mean
a
like numerically when you go? Yeah. If you. Yep.
yeah, so now when there's a hit to say shortstop, you look at his rating and you roll 11 to 66, and you look at this chart to see if he's going to be in
I
fielding
like
1,
that.
2, or 3.
I like that.
So that's it's not a team thing anymore. It's individual. So you
They
do
have.
have to roll again to see if he's a top shortstop, then 11 to 55 will be the good, and then the what's rest will be the yucky one. So there is always a small chance a good fielder can make an error and or be in the worst one, and a bad fielder can be in the good section.
Yeah.
So there's always that chance.
In the basic game with the book I have, when I bought the 95 version, there is an optional rule, and I do use it. It's not a master rule, but it gives a little bit of that. Good night, Dave.
Hey Dave, thanks for coming by and helping out, Dave.
And they give that same thing where, like, say Concepcion is like a 9, I think, at short in in the
Mhm.
big red machine days. So instead of, just say if they're a fielding column 2, he actually becomes fielding column 1.
See, I like that.
I love it, but you just said something. Sometimes it's not a good thing. Sometimes it's a
Oh
bad.
yeah. But
I was like,
I like how that when you get a hit now to a fielder, it's not automatically this.
I
It,
mean, with the basic, it's still with that little optional rule. It's still a lot of
yeah,
basic, but I like that little optional rule it gives
yeah,
you.
yeah.
I'm amazed how well that formula works. I'm just amazed.
Oh yeah, it there's no doubt the basic is
Unbelievable.
smoking. I like the strat basic too. I really do. It's just Appa has everyone and they have more seasons. Let's just call it what it is. And the Masters, I don't play it much anymore, but every now and then I do. I enjoy it. There's a lot to remember, but none of it's hard.
I'll tell you one thing too. I know you haven't got the hang of it, and it's not our Michael likes to play it. The History Maker Baseball.
Hmm.
Um, you know what I did to enjoy that game? One, I took a lot of notes because there's a lot of nooks and
I
crannies.
saw you learning that in those first few videos, and it was
Yeah, but you know what I do now? I'm like, I don't have to use all these nooks and crannies. I can use what I want to use, and
yeah.
I can do it my way within the framework. I'm not changing anything.
Hmm.
And once I did that, I went, I can really enjoy this game.
Oh, good.
I
Yeah.
can really, and again, I'm not, again, if that's not someone's cup of tea, that's cool. I'm just saying I found a way to enjoy that game. Um,
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad. Yeah, because I know you struggle with it, but I think that happens a lot too. You play a game, and just I'm just going to do it my way, and just at least for now, and you know. So, but yeah, there was so many. Like I said, we want to go back to what you were talking about with Stratton Apple. We were talking about Stratton Apple, and then
but I think I kind of hit it. But what I'm saying, what I found is, oh no, you're right. I didn't touch it. Yes. So what I play Strat 2 offline, and I went back to my 76 tournament, did one game online the other night, which Dave Kingman hit 2 homers, a 2-run homer and a 3-run homer. And
nice.
I bring wrestling to my baseball games, or because I'm like, well, Dave Kingman is I never met the man, but from what I read, he's not a nice human being most of the time. So they're playing in Pittsburgh. I have him giving the bird to the fans going around the bases. He got hit by a pitch in his
Oh.
first at bat. And I said, you know what? Let's do the super advanced stealing thing, because he's mad and he's going to steal the base. And he has just above a 50%. Like, he had a roll of 11. He ended up rolling. I rolled again. It's like kicking a field goal. I rolled a 14. He's out. So he was mad and blah, blah. So next time he comes up, he hits a 2-run homer, and I have him
Ah.
giving them the bird and swear. And then he comes out. They're playing in Pittsburgh, right? He gives the fans a mock tip of the can, and they're throwing anyway. But so what I was saying about, like, Appa, there's something about it. You just grab your basic cards. Got my 1978 off of eBay. But you just grab your cards, right? And if it's a season, you go, maybe okay, this is the lineup.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just quickly, for basic, you quickly count the point, and you're ready to play. You're ready to
Yes.
play.
Yes. Yes. It is.
Love it.
Thanks for coming by, Pops. Appreciate all
Bye,
you do for
Bob.
the wrestling game. I'll be tuning into more of your videos as I
Oh, yes, he does a great job. And he has a couple of unique things he does with the pin count for Filsinger. He tweaked it the way a
really.
little homebrew. Yeah, I'm not going to explain it because he doesn't do like the single roll, and that's the pin. If you get that single, how does he do it now? He does multiple. Like, he gets the 1 count, and he rolls again. He gets a 2 count, and but he at like each time it goes, the pin rating goes up. And again, I'm just paraphrasing
Yeah,
it.
right.
But
Interesting.
it's an interesting concept.
Nice.
But,
Well,
but yeah,
I'm
just
glad you tried the app of baseball.
I do too.
Getting back to that because I know you played a lot of, but you didn't do that. And even the guy on the show now, Joe Cards. Okay, you know Joe
Yeah.
Cards. He was a strat guy for like 1,000 years.
No,
And
Strat's still fun. I still play it. I'm
oh
just
yeah,
saying.
yeah. But what I'm saying is that he was like strat guy, and then so he started playing Appa, and he's like, "Oh my god!" He goes, "I can't believe that I'm actually liking this game because of after all those years of playing strat and strat Appa thing," and he's like, "I really like it." And since
Now,
I've been talking to him,
does he just play basic?
I think so. Yeah, yeah,
I just love the basic game.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
no knock on any other game because I play. That's the game Appa I play most now. Doesn't mean I don't play the other
Oh
ones,
yeah,
but
it's just so simple.
it
Yeah,
just wow.
I really like
The
my
hockey easy to understand because I remember you said it's hard. Not or
the
I'm not a
penalties are
hockey
a
person.
pain, but I have a homebrew penalty. I'm using Mike Berger's penalty. So when you get a penalty, you roll instead of trying to figure it, you just roll on a chart and you're like, there's the penalty.
Because again,
I love it. I love the app of
yeah,
hockey. I
because
do.
there's a couple of on eBay again. See, I would never buy that from Appa. No knock against Appa, just because I don't know if I'll like it. So I want to try to get it at the lowest price possible. And there's the problem was it's also the Penguins had Mario Lemieux and they're playing some. I mean, it's only the person had only two teams with the game. I was like, but I've watched what's the other one?
Baseball.
History Maker, not History Maker. Oh God, play hockey game.
Oh, Hockey Blast.
Yeah, and I
I
like
didn't like that at first.
yeah.
I gave it several tries, and there's still some funny videos of me playing it. I got the Hockey Blast Express,
Do
which
you
was
like
like,
that?
and I don't.
No.
But after I played the Express,
Did you get a hang of the like?
it made
It
sense,
clicked.
and now I went back to the full game because I don't like the Express. It just my scores were too high. But after playing the Express, somehow that made the full game click, and now Hockey Blast makes regular appearances here on the channel. I do like it.
I've watched you because glitches games,
Yeah, gets it does a good job. Yeah,
and he did a home brew. He was playing the Olympics. I was listening to it. That was pretty
yeah.
cool.
No, Hockey Blast is pretty good. I like the full game. I don't like the Express. I do like the full game. That's pretty good. The Hockey Bones
Now,
is good. Hockey Bones and Apple Hockey are very, very similar. They
now
really
in
are.
Appa, because I've watched. There's zone like you get the puck in a zone. Is that how that works? Like
No, no, no. It's so you have the puck in Appa, so you win the face off. The guy
yeah.
gets the puck, he roll on his card to see what he does, and um, it's almost like strat hockey. If you've ever played strat hockey, there's only so many things that can happen. You get a shot on net, you get a penalty,
Or you
you
get stopped
you turn the puck over.
or a fight.
There's some kind of a penalty fight.
Oh,
Um,
you did say
or,
penalty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
or you so it's like shot on goal, some kind of a penalty, turnover to the other team, some kind of a whistle. Um, and there was one more, I think, on icing or something like that. And that's basically what happens. And you just look at the chart like you do with baseball, and it says, okay, intercepted lefty. So this guy has the puck, and the other team's lefty has it. You roll on their card. Now it says, shot on goal. Okay, so we're going to take the shot on goal. You roll to see if it's in range. If it is in range, it's a potential goal. If it's not in range, it's an automatic save. And you just go back and forth like that, and that's all it really is. It just kind of there's only, like I say, 4 or 5 different results that can happen, and sometimes it's just icing, or sometimes it's just a face off, or the puck goes out of play, or whatever it is.
Because again, I never thought I'd like the football game. I love it.
Oh my gosh, I think that is my favorite game right now.
I picked up the old charts.
I wanted to do the yeah.
I picked up the old chart. I got it a
I
bunch
still
of
like the new stuff. All the Apple stuff. I have the old, but the new stuff I think is so much better.
but the old charts they have it's unique. I can't remember the channel. He does the APA thing at the Hall of Fame.
Oh, was that Jeff for the Apple football?
Yes, yes. He has the old charts. I was like,
Oh
I
yeah,
asked him one time, like through Facebook. I go, "Where do you get those?" Because I watch his channel, right? I'm sitting there, so I got them. The unique thing on the old, and they're big, Dave. They're huge. It's hilarious, right?
Oh, I
Hello.
think somebody sent me them.
They're
and I had to shrink them to print them because they were so big.
they're big. They're big.
Yeah, yeah.
But then it's very the old ones that they have first quarter, fourth quarter. I'm gonna do it. Second and no, I'm not doing that right.
Well, that's how
It's broken up by quarters, and it was. I'm like, I've played. I was like, oh my god.
I
But I
have that in the master game. The master book, it's first and fourth and second and third. You get different results. I
and
use the
they have
master
one of
book.
the funnest rare charts.
Oh yeah, the rare plays are
Rare plays,
awesome.
they have rare plays.
Yeah,
So I've
yeah.
been playing that, but if I stream it, I'll go back to the one from the 1995 version. It's more condensed. It's
Yeah, it's a little
easier.
easier. Yeah, yeah,
Easier if you're trying to stream.
yeah. I love that game. And here's
But yeah,
another Apple
Apple's
guy.
fun.
Dwayne is a big Apple guy. If you've seen him, he plays the master. He's so good at the master when I watch his channel.
Oh,
He's
how do you like the Action PC manual entry?
basketball is fantastic.
I've not done that yet, and I bought Strat card and dice a while ago. I've not. I have the basketball version. I haven't done it yet. Okay, I got
I'm in a ABA project, if you can believe it. 75, 76, the ABA. And I have that season in bank shot basketball. And that game takes a while to play. It's a long game. And I played that and logged in the stats, and it was phenomenal. It was. And the baseball is the
I love
same.
the baseball.
Baseball is pretty easy, so you could use that to log in your stats.
Have you tried
The
again?
hockey is really weird.
I don't play card and dice.
I haven't got the
I'm
hockey
looking
work.
forward to the football.
Yes.
I just want. You did send me the
The
I have an
helper?
old version of Excel, so it didn't work with my Excel. It didn't work on my computer.
Okay. There's a
The
helper. There's a pro football helper out there.
yeah, and it didn't work on my
Oh,
computer for some reason. I don't know why. Um, but I'm looking forward to that. But I love the baseball because I tried
yeah.
the digital diamond baseball. That's what Dwayne Martz uses, and he does a great job with it. I tried PC replay baseball. And I love PC replay baseball. I tried Strat. I was like, this
They
one
all do it a bit different. Yeah. The action PC is a little bit more,
it's easy to me. It's easier.
it's visually pleasing. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the digital dime probably because I'm used to it because I think it's so fast. It's like single 1B, flyball F8. You know what I mean? Once you get the codes down, the only time it gets crazy is when you have a crazy thing happening and you got guys going all over the place. And then you got to really get into the book of what am I putting in for codes? But
You know,
95% of the time it's easy.
I got APA cards into the Action PC game. I put them on the printer and I scanned them and
Oh.
I did snippets. The problem is you have to also, I didn't know, it looks aesthetically pleasing. I don't know how well you could see it on your phone but I also had the cards in front of me just in case I couldn't read it on the chart. But you know what I don't understand? I see that payoff pitch. I have to give that another crack. I just got
Oh,
confused
that is
with the base
that's my
running.
favorite. Yep.
The base,
That is.
because I like the pitching aspect again with the wheelhouse and all those things are tough. And I love that. It's just the base running. And I know you came up with something, and ID Gesture came up with something. I have to go back to that. But with APA, why can't they come up with a PC game that plays like APA? Now, their PC game is the one with Ernie Harwell. It's very good. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, you don't do anything though.
You can't roll your own
Yeah.
dice.
The Appa Go,
Is clunky. In my
yes.
opinion.
I wish they would make an Appa game like Strat because I would get
Yes.
that PC game. I would love it.
As much
I
as we
do.
knock the Strat PC game, it plays like Strat.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Now the payoff pitch, that is probably my go-to game for a couple of different reasons. One, they card everybody, and everybody's on that team, so you don't have to go looking through the sets like with Appa sometimes. Oh, I don't have this guy.
Because with APA, he goes to the player goes to
Yes,
the last
yeah.
team
So
they're
with
on.
payoff pitch, he's there. You know, whatever the payoff pitch cards, I really like them. They're colorful, and I like them.
Good card stock too.
The card stock is very good. I like how I use like the kind of the automatic stealing. So every time someone's on base, I actually roll to see if they're going to steal. Kyle Yastrzemski, you need to roll a 2 or a 3 for him to steal. I rolled a 3. He had a terrible chance of stealing the base, and he stole the damn base.
That's cool.
I think that's a great storyline. I do. So I like the stealing in that. The base running, I've narrowed that down to where if you get a hit with 2 outs, everybody gets an extra base. If you get a hit from the wheelhouse, everybody gets an extra base.
That's like a gap shot.
Yep. Anything tough, that's a good pitch by the pitcher. So you fought it off. One base, no extra bases on a tough unless there's 2 outs. And anything else like the in plays and the patience, I flip the fast action card. So I
That's
fought that, and now it's like, oh man, it's so easy now.
you know what I have to do? I have to play the game just with the fast action cards first, I think, to get the concept for certain things down. Because I wanted to roll the dice for everything because I like dice, but I'm gonna have to do that.
Well, what I do is a lot of people do is you roll the dice.
You do a hybrid. I've watched you. I've watched other
Yeah,
people.
roll the dice to get the initial interaction,
Yeah.
and then after that, use the fast action card. I don't
And
like using
you can't-
fast action
you
cards
can't
for
use
dice
the
rolls.
fast action card for base running though. And that's why you came up with the way you're like your
I
home.
use the hybrid. Yeah, it's not. It's the advanced. It's the advanced basic is what optional basic or what it is. So a lot of people just use the fast action card for everything. Nothing wrong with that. I think that's what Barbara does. Fast action card for everything. Nothing wrong with that. For me, if there's 2 outs or if you get wheelhouse, that's a bigger deal than just a whatever. So that's what I use. But there's like
Yeah.
2 or 3 different ways
So
of doing
I'm
base
looking
running.
forward to the PC game when it's set.
Oh yeah, that is coming on along
Now that
so
person,
good.
n- slightly off subject, but not. So that person obviously has a little programming experience
Oh my gosh, yeah.
because we've been looking for it, and it's so difficult to find someone who would Glory Days boxing. We want to bring it to PC.
Oh yeah.
And I'm just curious. So I
Might
I
have
don't
to
know.
ask him. Yeah, he's doing this here.
Out of the love. No, I watch the stuff. I watch stuff. I don't jump in a lot of chats anymore.
I haven't tried the new one. He just released alpha version 4, and I haven't tried that
The
yet.
only thing watching it, the payoff pitch PC as he's working on it and he's doing a wonderful job. I don't like. I'm not used to like that other screen pops up. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Well, they changed it now, so if that there's a screen that pops up, but it doesn't change that at other screens. So there's 2 different ways you can play it. Now, if you want the game to roll the dice, it goes to that other screen. But if not, a smaller screen. But it just puts the cards in front of you, and I love that. I love
that's what
having
I
the
want.
cards.
That's what I want. I don't want to see like OOTP. If I want OOTP,
Oh yeah, no, this is not. This is definitely not that.
no, I just want to
Yeah,
be able to play the game.
yeah.
I love. Again, I'm a pitcher batter interaction. I love when a pitcher has certain type of ratings.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've fallen. One of the things was, ooh, this is cool. This person's an A or this person's a D. But you know what? If somehow you roll those lucky dice, if God bet on him, and you get through those 5 innings, and he goes to a C, and then he gets through the 6th, and the way I asked my friend, I go, hey, does he have to go like? Can he go up? I know he can only go up 2, like D to C to B. I go, does he have to go another? He goes, no, no. And this guy's been playing APA forever, and he goes, no. He goes another scoreless inning. He goes to the B. I mean, yeah, C, B, and he stops. He can't go anymore. I go, but then if he gives up a run, does he go back? He goes, no. He's having a good day. He just stays there. That's the way it was explained to me for my friend Chris at work because I was asking him questions when I started playing APA. He goes, Al, once you remember the numbers, he goes, you're gonna love the game.
Oh yeah, it goes so fast. It does.
So,
It's
so the payoff pitch, I'm looking forward to, but I got to get back to that on the tabletop, not online because I don't know it well enough. I've done that before. I put a game out there. I haven't really played. I'm like, oh boy, oh boy. But it helps me learn if someone's in the chat and they play that. And like you said, like when you take a first look at something and some people don't understand that, taking a look, you want to understand, and it helps,
Yeah, it does. Did I ever tell you my tuck rule game, Apple football? Did I tell you what happened with that? I mean, that is just amazing. That Apple football, I don't understand. And then I played Super Bowl 3, Jets Colts.
Yep.
I played that here. Colts went down.
I picked up that set because I want to play that. The Super Bowl, the 2 teams.
Was it Unitas or who was the other guy in that?
Earl Morra was the quarterback.
One of the 2 guys.
Quarterback. He just had a bad game.
It was late in the game.
And
Jets
Unitas
were winning.
came in later on, yeah.
Yeah. So I forget if I brought in Unitas or if I kept in Morrow. And I just rolled a 66, 90-yard touchdown strike. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So Jets get the ball back, couple minutes left. I'm like, can Namath bring him back? Son of a gun, dink and dunk, 10 yards, 20 yards, rolling. I have a couple of home brews for getting out of bounds and things like that. And, the last 2 minutes of the half in the game, I don't necessarily just go the 30 seconds at a whack. I do break it up a little bit. And he got all the way down, and Namath brought him into the end zone. Son of a gun. He drove him all the way down to win the game.
And the thing with Appa, you really do have to throw. If you want to throw, you throw short passes a lot
Oh,
because that
yeah,
was
short and medium. Yeah, long, very rarely. Very
very
rarely.
rare. I mean, just because and it makes sense. It's just a fun game.
I didn't. I like the games like season ticket football and solitaire pro football where you don't, and even 49 football where you don't call your plays. Like you flip a card or roll a dice to get the
It just
play
sits what they yeah.
and just you follow along. I really, really like that. But with APA calling your own plays, I don't know what it is.
It's
I
fun.
I just like to call my own plays in APA.
I try to get everyone in the game, but there are times you're sitting there going, listen, they wouldn't be going to this guy at this point in time. I don't care what the reason.
Yeah,
They're going to
yeah,
be going to this guy.
yeah. So I try to make. What I do is I have the box score up of the game, and I when I lay my cards, I lay them in order of
You know what?
who
Yeah,
who got the most carries
yeah.
on top, followed by the second, and then the third, and even the receivers in order.
I think when I play Super Bowl 3, I'm going to play. I haven't played Apple football in a little bit, so I want to play a few games again to get. And that's actually that comes. See, Appa comes back to me quick.
Oh yeah,
Strat comes back to me quick.
oh yeah,
If
yeah,
I don't play History Maker Baseball, I'm sitting there going, what do I do now?
yeah. There's a few games that's like, oh man, I got to relearn this.
Yeah, but that's why I came up with for the nooks and crannies for that. And I do enjoy History Maker Baseball. I really do. I sit there and I just have fun. But with Appa, Super Bowl 3, you were saying you look at the thing. I printed up. If you go to Pro Football Reference, I've
Hmm?
put every Super Bowl. You have every play. I said, wouldn't it be
Oh
cool
yeah,
to play it out exact? And I normally don't do this, but to play it out exact. That way, you don't even have to keep time. You're
mm.
just rolling. Hey, this is how much time went off the clock. And I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to do. I'm going to do that on a channel at some point.
What was good about that is the modern seasons they have the play by play. The older ones don't. And I was playing this game, Apple Football, and I don't remember who I was playing. I think it was 2006, and my kickoffs were like 40 or 50 yards, and I was getting eaten up on the kickoffs. And I'm like, holy cow! I go, what's going on here? So someone actually went and looked up and says, no, 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 this guy kicked off, and this guy kicked the field goals.
Oh, you
And
so
so I went
you're
to
using the wrong guy for or wrong
So
guy for kickoff.
I went and I looked and they had the play by play. So I went to the opening kickoff and it's like so and so kicks off and I'm like but so and so the other so and so was kicking the field goals. And I forgot that they did. So that's why my kickoffs were so bad because the wrong guy, he was like the third guy. He was like the KOB or KOC, not the
Yeah.
KOA. And so as soon as I put the other guy in, I was having normal kickoffs again. So I like that. Dwayne says this. Talk about that for a second. I'll be right back. But so he's got the
He
grade
says,
D there.
Al, a D grade pitcher could make it to an A grade pitcher if he pitches 7. Oh, I did not know that. 7 scoreless innings. In the 8th inning, he would be an A. Oh, I thought they could only move up 2 grades from the booklet I have. But that's cool. So if he goes 7 scoreless innings, that's cool. I like that. Thank you, Dwayne. I just find it fun when you because I have like a little I've been playing 1976 Red Sox offline. And what I did was they play everyone 8 times in the American League. And eventually they'll play everyone in the National League 6 times except the Mets. They'll play the Mets 8 times and it comes out to the number of games I want. And I only have 20 players on each team for the 76 set I bought. So, and I was like, well, you got to use all the pitchers. And and I'll alternate bad pitchers because they didn't get as many starts, but I'll alternate them. And I think it's Dick Pole on the Red Sox. He's been like the luckiest guy where he's a D grade and you roll. I'm like, I didn't realize you can go up to A, but like he's gotten up to B twice and he's won games. And if you don't know anything about APA, D grade pitchers are the
Oh
worst.
my gosh, yeah, yeah,
You
yeah,
want to
yeah.
make sure you roll between 20 something and 30 something because you're going to give up the most awful hits all the time.
Although, like you said, I've had some D pitchers that are getting into the seventh and they're shutting them out, or it's like they're winning.
I'm
It's
just
like,
saying
man,
that Dick Pole, I believe it's Dick Pole, the 76 Red Sox. And it's it's just funny, you know. I like that they have a chance to have a good game. And now like in Strat, a bad pitcher can have a good game too. But I'm just saying it's more
yeah.
not visual. You can see it. You're sitting there going, wow. You know, like, wow.
Now let me ask you this too. So,
Excuse me.
um,
Sorry.
so we'll just stick with that because it's just what we're talking about. You got an A or B pitcher in there, right? And you're sixth, seventh, eighth inning, and they're getting beat up a little bit.
I don't take him out.
I was
It
going to ask
depends.
you
Well,
because
it depends. What? Okay.
so you're going to bring in a D reliever, and it goes against everything you know because it's like I would not replace my A or B with a D. That's just not gonna happen. But like I think Tebow said at one time, if you don't do that, if you don't
Pitch
bring
it in
in
the
the D
field.
players,
Yeah.
then you throw the game off balance because you
Right.
need those guys to balance out everything else.
Here's what I do with APA Basic. I go and I see and I average out, well, how many innings does this guy really throw? Like again, and is he a 7 inning pitcher, a 6 inning pitcher, right? And then if they're pitching well, they go. You know what I'm saying? I'll pitch them past the seventh, right? If they give up 4 runs, I'm like, well, they wouldn't, they would yank them. And if the guy I have left, because I'm doing a little 76 thing offline where I just take the Red Sox. They play 4 home, 4 away. I'm almost through the East, American League East now, and that's it. And then there we go to the West, and it's 8 games, 4 home, 4 away. You have to use everyone, even the crappy players. I'm like, well, in the 4th game of every series, I sub all the stinky players in. Both teams do.
Right.
It's kind of even Stevens, and they get their at bats, they get their pitching, and blah blah. And it's kind of fun. But what I have found, bad batters are bad batters. But with pitching, when they get on a roll, like the dice are just in their favor, they can go.
If you can stay off the pitcher card,
Yeah.
if you can get those ground balls and those 31s or whatever to hit the fly
If you get,
balls,
I think it's like 24 or 22
or
for
those 13s or whatever it is, yeah,
yeah.
I mean you can if you stay away from
And
those,
just a guy having a hot game.
yeah,
But
yeah.
that's the way I do that. If like say you're saying like an A pitcher, and the Red Sox in 76 did not have any A pitchers. I think they have I think Jenkins might be a B, which is generous. Well, his ERA wasn't horrible. What I do, if that guy gives up 4 or 5 runs, they're not sticking with him. They would take him out. So now I have to sit there and go, am I going to bring in one of my better relievers in a game that's not out of hand, but odds are we're not going to win? They wouldn't do that. So I bring in, and you pray. I'm like, oh my God, this guy sucks. And you're like, holy cow, this guy got through 2 innings somehow, and he gave up no runs. And you're like, yay.
Oh yeah, you hold your breath. It's just like, well, it's kind of like when you play in hockey and you have the backup goalie in there and he can't stop anything. You just like you're holding your breath that the guy's rolling and he's not getting anything in range.
Yeah, shots wide. Yay.
Yeah, yeah. So anyway, well, we should probably wrap this up here. We've been
Okay.
on. Oh, holy cow!
Oh, it's fun. Thank you.
Over 3 hours tonight, but we had Al on. He came in and we got to talk some wrestling tonight.
I can talk wrestling.
I know that was. I don't do a lot of that on here, but it's slowly been sneaking here on the channel since I got that game, and
it's a fun game.
so I'm enjoying that, and I can't wait to try the what is that the squared circle from SD Patrick. So I already talked to him about that. He says, dude, we got to get that on the channel here, but you got to walk me through it. So that's what I want to do here.
What you can do if you want, you have the snippet tool or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That way you can put it on like on an Excel or whatever. That way you don't have to, because they're bit. It's what's the term? It takes up space. You know
Yeah,
what I mean? It's a big. I can't think of the term I want to. Big. It takes up space. But yeah, when I play it, I've never printed anything. I just do the snippet, bang, put it there. I have the charts up to the side because I have
yeah.
the screens. Like you probably have two
I think I
screens.
saw some people doing that too. Yeah, so I got to figure out what I need to print. I'm gonna say I'll get with ST and say what do I need to print? What do I have in front of me? Um, how do we do this
Charts are
here?
incredible. It plays so logically.
Yes, yes.
It is a fun. I would adjust the stamina points, hit
Mm-hmm.
points, however you want to call them. I would adjust them lower
To make a
if you
quicker
want
match. Yeah,
quicker matches. Um, but it's fun. Anyway, thank you for having me on. Thank
yeah.
you for everyone in the chat.
Well, stick around. We'll talk quick post game here, but I want to thank everybody for tuned in tonight. Just kind of a impromptu. It started off as a it's just a little unboxing here, and you got to see Sergeant Slaughter and my new cards that come in the mail today, and they look fantastic. And I'll be adding them to my stable of wrestlers. So but yeah, it started off with that, and then we ended up going through a whole bunch of wrestling talk as well, some APA baseball talk and any other kind of talk that we had on here. That's what we do. We talk games. So thanks for tuning in. I hope your football team does well over the weekend. I'm gonna have to go look and see what the heck happened to that Denver quarterback because that's
Yeah, he was. I'm in shock. He was doing the interview.
yeah.
I wonder if he tripped and fell after the game or something.
I
He
would
was
like to know that.
fine.
Yeah, because it's getting reported everywhere that he's having surgery and he's done. So
So I'm wondering if he like fell,
I'm kind of wondering.
like like in the walking to the
I
locker
somebody
room.
said he got hurt on one of the plays in overtime, but
Oh, and he was
uh,
doing an interview right
maybe he
after.
didn't realize until he got in the locker room. He's like, "Hey, something's weird," you know?
Oh wow, that I feel
Yeah,
bad for
yeah,
that.
I do too. That sucks. So anyway, all right, folks, we'll talk to you all then. Maybe we'll see you tomorrow. We got to see how it goes tomorrow. We got some football on the channel. We got some snow coming in, so I got to. If it snows a lot, then I got to go and watch the wife shovel, make sure she's okay.
Make
So
sure
that
she does a good job.
yeah, it takes a lot of time watching her shovel. She's so slow. That's what it is. She's so slow. It's like, come on.
Hurry up.
We'll talk to you all later.
Just
Bye bye.
kidding.
We are kidding. Bye bye.